Alright, so previously, where you guys started off, the party were midway through a fight with some kind of demonic water creature with supposed psionic abilities. Um, it was Frank's turn at the start of the session, and he looked at his two dads, Elhorn and Arenveer, before leaping into the water in a desperate attempt to help them. Moments pass when the creature finally surfaces with Frank atop it, allowing the rest of the party to attack it. The party then manages to hurt the beast. Elhorn takes out his magical horn, screaming "die" at it, and finish the beast off, causing its eyes and mouth to spew out blood as the eyes just straight up explode from the immense magical pressure. You guys then decided to rest up at the side you came in from for about 8 or so hours. And after a lot of messing around with Frank, you managed to. During the rest, however, Angrod tried to heal up Elhorn and it had no effect, as well as Bosner tried to heal himself up to no effect. You each looked to the wounds that were inflicted on you from the creature and seen that your skin was going dry and cracked, as well as translucent. The burning of the wounds got more intense, but Bosner swiftly cast lesser restoration on himself and Elhorn, curing the disease before it spread too much. The party then continued onwards. Arenveer mounted Frank and had him fly over the water. The party then arrived in a room lit with blue torches, a riddle before them detailing the fall from grace precipitates and increments. From order comes chaos, accompanied by a stained glass depiction of an angelic creature falling towards a demonic or devilish creature wielding a sword. To each side were three of these other stained glass depictions of different people and different scenes, each with an unlit torch. The party had many ideas on a solution and failed a few times, causing ominous noises, and finally causing the door to slam behind them and light up a blue colour, giving off a magical high-pitched noise. Eventually the party figured out... Oh, here we are. Hello. Eventually the party figured out the solution was to go firstly from good to evil, and in order from lawful to chaotic, although there was different opinions on where some of them would fit. The party proceeded onwards, and the golden door engraved depicting humanoid creatures below and arching over them giant clashing of dragon closes eerily and silently behind you. There was a low rumbling noise in this red-hewn hall decorated with pillars. Angrod decided to cast invisibility before scouting up ahead, and the party remained stationary with Angrod, then deciding to play around with a dagger, and he fumbled with it and it fell off to his left, or basically really shittily threw it off to the left, awakening what appeared to be a red dragon. He noticed all of you standing there as he began stomping ever closer to the noise, not but 20 feet from where you all stood, but the party were all paralysed in fear. He remarked that there were thieves in his hall before sucking in and his chest glowing a bright red and eventually lighting out a deadly cone of fire. One hard-fought battle later, the dragon appeared to be rearing up on the verge of letting loose another deadly cone of flame a few rounds later, but Frank quickly acted as the dragon began backing up, and Frank dug his hook deep within the dragon's chest before ripping it out and spilling blood and flame all over the floor beneath him as his limp body fell. The party decided to have a short rest and take some mementos from the dragon's corpse, as well as reap the rewards from his treasure. Angrod took the time to study the mysterious scroll that was glowing radiantly at the other end of the hall and found it was a spell which was conjuration in nature, and upon further investigating it appeared to conjure some kind of portal. Behind the pedestal which the scroll was fixed on was an inscription in Celestial detailing the scroll was the reward for ultimate knowledge. No, the reward of ultimate knowledge, as to say. The party had some reservations about using the portal, as it did come from a temple which appeared demonic in nature, but you guys didn't want to backtrack, and at a glance there wasn't any other exits, just looking around briefly, and you, I guess, didn't want to backtrack and stuff, so you guys decided, fuck it, let's conjure this portal up, and one by one you began passing through it. One thing I want to mention to you, Andrew, is Angrod. I've got here in my fancy new notes all your classes and shit and subclasses. And the thief subclass, you do have an ability. I don't know if you had this before, but third level, you gain the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer, yeah, you know about it.
Two stories.
Yeah, and you could also, you could also like jump like crazy distances. It looks like you can jump the distance. Oh, it's increased by your dex mod. Anyways, thought it was worth mentioning due to the pillars and stuff, and when you're fighting that creature. But here we are. You guys have each walked through this portal. Are you ready to find out what you see?
Death.
Death.
Okay.
It's just dragons everywhere.
Did we have a short rest before this?
Yeah.
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 That's fine. Okay. Okay, go.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Fuck. Bardic inspiration.
We're good. So let's go.
As each of you enter the portal and pass through to the other side, you see a bright flash, which a few moments later eventually dims down as you brace yourselves, more than likely, for whatever lies beyond. Your eyes, as you pass through one by one, begin to adjust. The first thing you feel is a sense of weightlessness, almost as if you were floating. As your eyes completely adjust over the course of the next few seconds, your view is filled with a sea of grey. You look down, there's no ground. You are in fact floating. As you take in the view and look around at something which resembles space, you see what looks like clouds of blue spiraling and purple cloud-like formations. Not only that, you see what appears to look like stars scattered all around you in the distance. And slightly closer than those stars, you see planetary bodies and what appear to look like moons. Also laying around, haphazardly, you see what look like runes and relics of old forgotten times floating around. You can't tell much at a glance, but they appear ancient. Complete silence fills the air for what feels like minutes, and are broken up with an abrupt squawk coming from Frank as he's off to the side spinning at random in circles, unable to control himself, and looking rather irritated. There is no gravity, but you do have a sense of up and down. You turn back, and as Bosner exits the portal exit, quote unquote, doesn't appear anywhere in sight as you pass through and quickly glance around. It appears you just materialized out of thin air. You take a breath. You can breathe, luckily, but this is where you are.
So, just floating around.
We're walking in. Yeah.
Is the portal still behind us?
No, it didn't even. There wasn't even an exit.
So it
You
just
just
appears, right?
materialized.
Okay. Right, that's interesting.
I ask Aaron Viewer what the ring says.
Alright.
What does the ring say?
There, you look at the ring, and it appears to slowly be spinning in circles.
Ah, shit. Can I check my compass as well?
Yep. You whip out the compass, and it doesn't appear to be. The needle doesn't appear to be moving at all. And you tap it, and the needle just kind of flops around and doesn't appear to be functional. Angrod, this place feels somewhat familiar. You've perhaps been in a similar place quite some time ago.
Back in the day.
Perhaps, with the help of a certain being, you've traversed an area quite like this before reaching some kind of astral or celestial plane. You can make an arcana or history to see how much you remember if you like.
Yeah, I will. I will put. I'll use Arcana.
Not bad. Okay. You recall this place does have a name. It's something like the Astral Sea or the Astral Plane, and acts as a link between planes or different areas within a plane. Usually, the greater distance one will need to travel, either, for example, from one plane to another, which is quite some distance, you would have to travel a greater physical distance in this astral sea in order to reach that plane.
Well, I inform a party, and I tell them it looks like we're in the Astral Sea. A wondrous place between the realms.
The what now? The Astral Sea.
The Astral Sea.
What's in the sea? Do we need to worry?
Yeah, we are. We're in the sea, guys. How do we get out of Astral Sea and back to
Well,
where the hell we came from?
I say, you see those ruins over there?
No. Where?
Yeah, there's some ruins dotted around. Like, you know, there's like a sort of what looks like a half of a kind of fort. There's some like, you know, like random pillars floating around. And it's a fair distance away. Like you can see it because they're large structures. And like obviously even further beyond there's this like nice sort of deep blue planet with two moons rotating around it beyond.
Okay.
Let's see, if we want to go to those ruins there, it's going to take a lot longer than it looks.
You guys, or Angrod, no, yeah, Angrod, you know, you can move, and the way you move in this sea is essentially similar to the fly spell. You can will it. You have to like will yourself to move. And obviously, Frank's having some trouble getting to grips with this like zero gravity deal, and he's still like spinning around like. Rah!
And I say to Aaron Beer, remember how you made Frank fly earlier?
Made's a strong word.
Well, he willed himself to fly, right?
Aye.
And then I will myself, upward, as if I'm
Yeah,
flying.
you begin levitating upwards. Like I
like-
said, there is a general sense of up and down, but it's very general.
Yeah,
To forward then.
I'm like, well, I'll will myself forward then.
Yeah, as you guys begin
And I
rolling
just
yourself
I
forward.
just show them the basics. I'm like, I kid you, I shit you not, boys. You just have to believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to swim.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand in fist and one hand forward. Superman.
As you begin swimming, like whatever fashion you like to breaststroke or crawl, as you're actively willing yourself with your movements, it is essentially like you're swimming in very amenable water. It's very easy to move around, and yeah, you can Superman fly. It doesn't matter the position you're in. You can just will yourself.
Hell yeah.
And finally, Angrod, you've never come across any, but you know from your celestial tutor that they're with that role that there is people, creatures do dwell in this plane. Fairly rare. You don't know anything about them. You just know that there are beings who habitate this plane. But nothing else, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I say I point to, like, the nearest looking route. We should head there, get our feet on some ground,
Yeah, the nearest.
see if we can find anyone.
Yeah, the nearest would be the sort of fort. It's like a miniature castle, sort of ruined and fallen, to pieces essentially, and it's just floating there, unmoving. So Angrod begins moving forward, and with some help, so Maranvir can give Frank a hand, and he gets the hang of it. You guys begin floating towards this fort. Takes a while. Takes you a good. Well, you don't really have a concept of time in this place. It feels like it takes a while, but you don't have no bearing on time in this place at all. Is there anyone who would like to not go there? Alright, everyone begins willing themselves towards this fort.
Does it look like it's big and ruined?
Yep, it's fairly big and fairly ruined. And as you get closer, I will allow Bosner to make a stone cutter history check on the architecture.
Oh, yeah. One of them. So is that advantage? That's on history.
History, yeah, and you get advantage on the roll.
Ooh.
You don't know who could have built this, but the only thing you can tell is it looks ancient. Like, for reference, you guys are in like 1487 DR. This is like negative thousands. This is old. This is like ancient Macedonian shit. But yeah, it's falling to pieces, and as you set foot on it, it doesn't have gravity, but you can essentially stand on it and walk as if you're walking, but only because you will it so.
Cool.
Walking around, a lot of it's inaccessible, just due to it's just a state, complete ruins, and I'll let you make a perception check if you like.
Everybody.
Group 1, so I'll do an average.
Alright.
So like.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh, sorry, I'm still rolling advantage. Ignore that. It's 9.
Okay. So 20 and a 9.
Oh no.
Niall's like.
Oh no.
Niall's in awe. She's just like distracted by this whole situation.
Oh yes. Oh fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I clicked advantage.
Bringing the average down.
Angrod and the Elhorn are bringing you guys up. That's 3 fails though. So I mean, looking around, doesn't seem to be much of interest here particularly. There's lots of empty. There's basically like a big empty hall, and there's what used to be sort of 4 towers at each corner. But like they've all basically crumbled. There's one kind of standing, but the sort of spiral stairway that you can just barely see in, it's all crumbled inward, and like the stone looks like it's not made from a bedrock. It's not particularly sturdy.
I know. Ironwear, do your thing.
What thing?
Check for magical properties.
Check the stone. Can I do
Do you
that?
have detect magic?
I do.
well, as you ask Garenvir if you can check for magic, Nihal tells you that she has detect magic. You can cast it if you like.
Ah.
30 feet. Okay. So,
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes, so you can walk around.
okay, so as Nihal takes sort of center position in this fort, this is a concentration spell that lasts 10 minutes, so you can cast it and move around. And whenever anything of magic, with a magical aura comes in within 30 feet of you, you will sense it, basically. So as you like cast this out and like kind of hone your mind to seek out anything with magical properties, right away you don't. You feel a sense of magic, but it's more like you feel that there's air to breathe. Because you get the sense this whole place is magical. But nothing sticks out. There isn't like an object in this small fort, that kind of sort of stands above the rest. Like there's not a higher concentration of magic, other than the faint magical presence you're feeling from like this whole plane, basically. As you stand here, of course, and and walk around the fort a little. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm trying to fall off the moving castle. Just kind of concentrate on staying on the fucking ground.
I actually want to float through a window of the broken castle, Jordan.
Well,
I want to
they're
explore.
less windows, more like big gaping holes.
Well, I want to go for a big gaping
Yep.
hole then.
You fly through it. As you fly through, again, you've still nothing in particular happens. Yeah, you look around and outside there appears outside, quote unquote. Like I said, there's planets off in the far distance. It's not like a solar system though, where there's like a central point. Like there's not like any gravitational force being exerted by celestial bodies. But as you come out, make a perception check. As you're like scanning around and looking out, maybe hoping for something to jump out at you, you look off to the far right in the distance, and you see a flash, and kind of like a bunch of electricity or lightning exuding from this flash. Often it's fairly far away, followed by another and another, almost one immediately after the other. And with that roll, you see something is so far away, but you still see with your eagle vision something like 3 brown objects come out from this flash, and like a bunch of clouds and the lightning kind of fade after a few seconds.
Can I determine if they're inanimate objects from this distance?
If you stand there, if you float there for a second or for a minute, you notice that they are moving, and they seem to be not coming straight towards you, but in your general direction, kind of off to the side.
Can the team hear me from
Oh yeah,
where I
yeah.
am?
It's not a big fort. And there
That's-
are other ruins which kind of scattered around as well.
I say to the team, hang back a minute. Looks like there's something heading our way. Not directly our way, but
Essentially
Something
your way, not directly toward
Yeah.
you, of course.
yeah. Might not want to tangle if it's, in the astral sea.
What are you proposing?
Let's see where it heads. See if we can identify it. Move from there.
Sounds like a plan, Captain. Keep an eye on it.
Frank goes, in approval, of course.
That's
Me
our
too.
plan.
So what are you doing then?
I want to, hide, go to a room and like hide behind it and like try and observe the creatures.
Hmm. Okay. Are you all hiding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. If you're all hiding and keeping an eye, I'd like you to make a group stealth check.
Oh shit.
Who has the best one?
Group stealth. You
Do
all
I
make
get advantage
Oh, okay.
because my hood's
it,
still
if
up?
you pull your hood up. Absolutely.
Booyah!
Yeet.
Third time. Oh Jesus.
Thank God for that.
Good.
At least it was not me failing this time.
I always fail. I have big plate armor on. Can't hide.
I did good.
You don't.
I like myself too.
Mediocre at best.
Oh, RV has advantage. You're
Yeah.
so lucky. Okay.
So I averaged out to like 12.
So wait. So that's a 6.
6, 11, 11, 15, 13.
Okay, so as you guys are sort of hiding within the various rooms, a lot of small structures, you've got this sort of fort, which most of you are probably hiding in, but Angor goes over to the only other kind of, well, there's a couple of large structures, but, Angor, you go over to these, like, sort of decrepit, pillars that look like they were maybe part of some kind of like a hall or something, maybe sometime like an ancient hall or something, and you're hiding behind it as you wait for what feels like forever. Oh, I should do one for Frank. Frank needs to make a check. Stealth is Dex, right?
Mhm.
Oh, that's not good.
Don't say that.
Wait for a long
kidding.
Bless
time.
you.
What you see you see ships. Airships. They look to have, there's 3. They each look to have about a dozen sails covering the whole ship, both above and below. And emanating from them are deep orange lights, which surround most of the ship, sort of coming out of these windows and various holes in the ship. As they pass by, what you see is some humanoid figures. At this point, they're like sort of a couple 100 feet away, and they appear to have yellow skin, and they're sort of dressed, a lot of them in kind of like half plate, and they've got this like tattoos adorning the rest of their bodies that you can see, and this brown hair, thick brown hair. There also seem to be wielding some scimitar-like swords. One of the ships on the side, as it passes by, it begins to slow down. And as you're watching, it appears a couple of the creatures peer over in your direction and begin scanning the area. It also appears like they have large ballista on the side of their ships.
I want to ready a fireball, and if I get shot at, I want to throw it.
The thing about that is, when you're ready a spell, you hold it in for a round, which is 6 seconds. And then it kind of dissipates and you spend the slot.
Right.
You can do it.
Never mind.
But yeah.
No,
You can
never
do
mind.
it, man, it's fine.
Wasting fucking.
Yeah, so there seems to be one, and like, as it sort of slows down, you see each of them begin to, if you're keeping an eye, sort of shout at
Yes.
each other. And one of them points in your direction. And at a glance, you see this ship that's closest to you. There are about a dozen that you can see on one ship.
Do we know what these humanoids are?
You've never seen them before.
Do we understand the language?
It's far away, you can't make out what they're saying. It's like a couple hundred feet away.
How fast are they going? They're coming at quite a pace.
In the ships are going at a fair pace, but the one that's slowed down is almost slowed down to a stop as they like pass by. They haven't exited the ship yet, you don't know. But they appear
Maybe we should go and say
appear
hi.
interested in your direction, and they appear pretty well armed. They look like a sort of warrior race. They are medium in size, ranging about, it's hard to tell from here, but, you know, about regular humanoid size, medium.
Maybe they are guardian
They're pretty
angels.
lean. Pretty muscular.
Pretty sexy.
I don't think you're meant to be able to see your guardian angels.
I say Angrod would be the only one who maybe knows, but
Yeah.
I mean it's gonna be hard. You'd have to get like a 20, but I'll let you roll a Arcana or Religion check.
Who?
Angrod.
I'm gonna...
20.
Oh.
Okay.
said it now.
So you know, you've heard tales of these creatures from your mentor. They are the dominant species in the Astral Sea. They're called Githyanki. And you've heard brief tales of what they are. They're basically an ancient race who predate the material world, the planet that you guys habitate. And essentially, what you were told is tales that illithids who once roamed, or mind flayers who once roamed like the astral seas and the galaxies and enslaved several creatures. These were amongst them, but this race was the race who managed to break free of the shackles of the mind flayers, and essentially they began hunting them down. And that's why mind flayers today are essentially living in exile underground, in the Underdark, on all different planes to try and hide from these guys because they're pretty ruthless. And you probably, with that, you probably know that they're not very kind towards outside races. They're pretty racist in terms of like our race is the superior race, and anything else who poses a threat should die before we get enslaved again. It's kind of their deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And they're basically space
Yeah.
pirates.
Oh,
Yes,
you
that's
should have
what I
told me to
wanted
do
you
that.
to say.
Say the best to last, eh?
Well, you can call me Peter Quill now because I'm gonna enslave him.
But you get this, and you're separated from the party, so the party doesn't know this information.
Mm.
They appear interested. They haven't left the ship yet or anything like that. And the other ones are kind of pulling off.
So it's just like the one ship staying.
Kind of. It's slowed down. It's
Just pretend they're not there. Maybe they go away.
I'm ready a dagger and I like try and cover myself more behind the room.
okay.
And like I look behind them and I pray and hope my team aren't standing in plain sight.
As they do.
Or floating, I should say.
Arenveer, you're having to like hold Frank's mouth because he keeps making noises.
Right.
He keeps going. "Brr, brr." Your old shit on his stealth check. But if you guys don't take any action, some time goes by and you see one individual who looks more heavily armored than the rest, who's kind of at the helm. He comes down to the ones who seem to have taken an interest in the runes that you guys are hiding in, and he sort of gives them a shove and a couple of them like a slap over the head, and they sort of go back and start tending to like the sails and things, and they appear to move on and try to catch up to the rest of their ships. You seem to have just barely scraped by.
A sigh of relief.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if the direction they're heading has any more ruins or that?
No, it looks like a vast sea, and you, if you watch them for another while, you guys are probably frozen, just like waiting because they might have any kind of instruments to look upon you. But if you wait a while, you see like another flash of clouds and lightning, and they pass through it again.
I shout to the team. Looks like they're gone.
For now.
Right. So, how do we get out of this place? Why are we here? Why did we go through the bloody portal? Because
Why do we always end up in ship places?
following fucking rings. Who the hell
The
follows a ring?
We made this decision.
Because we're idiots.
We're just gonna have to live with it.
I asked Angrod if when we came to this room did the rings like move and pattern change in anyway, like did it go faster or slower, stuff like that.
You're asking if the ring was spinning fast or slow? Sorry?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
slow and almost rhythmic.
Is it spinning slower than when we came in?
It was
Like,
pointing
like into the
to
plane, like into the astral sea, like has it slowed down from like when we started off in the astral sea? Or is it like at the same pace?
You look and it actually appears to be spinning a bit faster.
Progress. Yeah.
Is the compass still fucked?
Yep. Unmoving. Broken essentially, it looks like. Like, you know, it's when like there isn't a magnetic field for it to lock onto. Almost.
Right, okay.
there any more runes? The general direction we've been heading.
There's the ones you're at, the fort, and there is some kind of broken tower that's a bit further away. The runes you're at, Angrod, are like actually like a couple hundred feet away from the rest of the party. Yeah, it's a fair float away.
A fair float. I like. Team come.
You what? Sorry, I think you cut out.
Yeah, you cut out. You got
That's
a
it.
link and a long gap.
Did anyone wave a wave over to like bring you over?
No.
Right, well, a wave to making you to come over.
I wave back.
This
then we go for
isn't
it.
a wave like to say goodbye or hello. This is like a wave toward
Frank
me.
turns over and he starts waving his hook at you. There's one hook.
Oh, fucking boys.
Should really reattach that hook, eh? You still got it, Arenveer?
I've still got it. I'm just.
Great.
I need to figure out how to mend.
Who has wait? Who has the scroll? Sorry.
You had the
Yes.
scroll.
Which
Oh.
Angrod?
I gave it to
Yeah,
Iron
yeah.
Fear to
Ironview
cast.
has it.
Oh aye, aye.
What's the scroll?
That's the portal.
Oh. So it's gone. So we cast a spell from a scroll to make a portal to
The
get
scroll
here.
isn't gone.
I thought it was a one-use thing though.
D&D.
What?
The scroll's not gone.
But we used it.
You did.
Don't know how scrolls work.
That's not how this scroll works, motherfucker.
Fair enough. Let's go. Let's use it again. Let's get back.
I say hold
Well,
up.
we
Whoa,
can
whoa, whoa,
try,
whoa,
but there is a chance that we end up somewhere else. Maybe a different astral sea.
Okay.
I hope
So why are we in this astral sea?
A different plane.
I don't really want to leave the Underdark. I was quite happily wandering about until I found something useful.
You could have stayed there. No one forced you into the pool.
Well,
On my own, again.
while we're here, I might as well just explore a wee bit. The ring brought us here.
Right. Okay.
Is
What
Angra
is-
still away?
What's the ring saying?
I'm heading towards Angrod, but I'll be back.
Is he still awake? Has he been waving for the
He's
last
still
10
waving
minutes?
at you this whole
Still
time,
waving.
and he's getting more and more frustrated, like waving you more angrily and
Okay.
angrily.
I'm going toward Angra then.
Nihal starts floating over, walking until you come off the edge of the fort, and you begin floating towards him.
I like a bit god that time.
Once I'm there, I'm asking him, like, you have experience with this astral sea. Do you know what we need to look for to get out?
No, exactly, no. Experience is a very loose word. But I do want to go and investigate that tower.
Good, then let's go.
Oh, so where are you guys just now?
At the ruins I was
Mm,
saying about.
mm. Okay.
What's happening?
So Angrod and Nihal are over together by the ruins that he was hiding behind.
That's where I was heading as
Okay,
well.
sorry, you were heading that way. And Frank's gonna follow you. And he's like kicking his legs as he's like floating along. He looks like he's running and on air. Yeah, you make it over to these ruins that everyone but Bosner's at. It's a great time.
Feels bad, man.
Just hang around.
Just hanging out.
And I say to the party, I think we should investigate that tower. And I point towards
Yeah.
it.
Again,
Any
again,
objections?
that one's like another couple hundred feet away. Almost forming like a kind of triangle formation.
I follow them. I suppose. They're not coming back, are they?
Hopefully.
Okay. You guys approach the tower, and it is like a watchtower made of what looks like stone. Doesn't look as ancient as the fort. It looks very well made though, but still, none of you have ever seen architecture like this. It looks rather ancient also.
Can I attempt a history check to determine the year?
You can sure try. It's gonna be difficult. You can't tell, but with a roll, it looks like it has hints of sort of elvish architecture to it. Once was very pristine, perhaps, although a crumbling mess as it is now, floating around.
Is there any like writing or inscriptions on any of the walls? Or...
You can sure investigate. Investigation check.
Investigate.
You thoroughly look around, and you find some elven encryption on sort of above the what was once a doorway, and it's kind of half broken off due to the basically ruinous nature of it.
Is it legible? Can
Do you
I
read Elvish?
touch the
Oh,
wall?
you got the helm of
I do with my helmet.
Okay. As you put your hand on it, God. Okay. So it says, as I said, half of it's crumbled, but it says something about moon elves.
Moon
Yeah,
elves.
and it isn't traditional Elvish. It seems like an archaic version of Elvish, and you can't completely make out what it says, but there is definitely like moon elves mentioned in this encryption. You can make that out.
Alright, I will mention that to the party.
Sure. Otherwise, you don't find anything of significance just searching around.
My question, Jordan, is when he talks about moon elves, like, would I know anything about moon elves?
Probably not. Not a history buff, but you know rudimentary things about the nature of at least the astral plane and the celestial plane.
Can I try to read it?
You sure can. What languages do you know?
She's half elf.
Common, Elvish, Primordial, Druid, Sylvan.
What the fuck is Sylvan?
It's a kind of primordial elvish.
Oh.
It says exotic languages.
Okay. So as you read it, it is. Your Sylvan does come into play a little.
Yay.
It's like a mixture of regular Elvish and some kind of Sylvan sort of hybrid. And it says, well, the part that's, there, it says, Moon Elves Moon elves for the prime material, and then it cuts out.
Mm.
I enter the tower,
Sure.
Jordan.
I mean, as you enter, there's nothing really interesting. You can only get part way up the sort of spiral stairs before it's just completely blocked. Like basically like the top half in like a kind of diagonal fashion has cut the cylindrical nature of this tower in half. It's crumbled inwards.
Yeah.
Can I go up to the carvings?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say one word.
Sure.
Melon.
I fuck, I knew you were gonna say that.
Melon?
Melon.
Nothing.
What the fuck
Nothing
is that?
happens. Lord of the Rings references.
Speak, friend, and enter.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Let's just move on.
Did you say that, Jordan? Did you say that these towers are forming a triangle shape, or the tower itself was a triangle
They
shape?
form a triangle. The tower is a
So,
cylinder.
Okay.
You've got the fort, the pillars, and the tower. Like the Bermuda Triangle.
sure.
I propose we go to the last tower, if we can even see it.
If you want, I'm up for that.
Sorry, where is it you want to go?
The third tower.
There isn't a third tower. You've got the pillars, the tower that you're at, with the Sylvan Elvish hybrid on it, and you've got the fort, which is like made of some kind of weird sort of sandstony material, and it's all crumbled in and shit like that. Where you were hiding from the Githyanki. But you don't know anything about them because Angro hasn't said anything.
So we're stuck.
Heat.
Yeah.
Angro, don't you have any friends you could call upon?
Well, you don't know that. But in my
They've seen you meditate, but you guys don't know shit about his communing with a celestial being.
But I would like to commune. I want to see if I can contact my OG pals.
Sure. As you meditate, it takes you a minute, obviously. Although it takes less time than usual. And you're greeted with the familiar voice. Angrod. And it's like booming. Compared to when you were in the temple, it was faded and you could barely hear it. But this time it's like booming, like fucking just fills your mind. And you guys maybe, if you're watching, see him kind of wince as he's meditating a little bit.
Alright. I'm in the astral sea.
Says, what? Why? How?
Well, we went deeper. Kill the dragon. We found a scroll, and the scroll opened up a portal to the astral sea. The scroll didn't, disappear or anything. We still have the scroll, so I assume it's not a one trick pony scroll. I want to know if there's a way to determine if we're close to another plane.
They say there's a moment of silence first. They say, what? It's like, how? How did this come to happen? It's like, what were you thinking? Entering strange portals. It's like, you're lucky you ended up on the astral plane. You could have ended up in the abyss or the nine hells or anything.
I would have just slayed all the evil you wanted, eh?
It's very strange that your scroll is intact. Have you tried using it again?
We have not.
Says usually, and they tell you, usually, well, firstly, why are you trying to traverse the planes? Which plane are you trying to reach? You're on a mission. I sent you back to the prime material plane for a purpose. Don't stray the path now.
Hey, we're looking for that library, and this library might bring us with some knowledge on how to defeat the demon lords and all that shit. Shit that you want done.
Don't take that tone with me, mister.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
He says. What plane is the library on?
We're
No
not
fucking
sure.
clue.
We've got a ring that's been guiding us. And when we picked up the scroll, it started to react wildly like we've never seen. Like, basically, it was like flashing. And since we've gone to the astral sea, what we've thought was the compass part of it is now acting like a radar.
They say, if you seek another destination within the same plane, there will be an entrance nearby. However, if this library you seek is on another plane, I'm afraid you will be travelling for some time, unless you find the means to teleport through the astral sea.
Or take a good Githyanki ship.
The Githyanki
The space.
says,
Yeah, that's.
you haven't encountered them, have you?
We saw a fleet of ships go by, but they didn't seem to pay much attention to us.
And you're lucky. They would have your heads in seconds.
I have a little more faith, Gladiola.
Silence for a moment. I'm afraid I won't be of much assistance here. I do not know what it is you seek. I've given you all the knowledge I have, given the situation you're in quite an unfavourable situation it is. Find the way back to complete your purpose before the demons rise up and take all of the material plane for itself.
They won't even get any of it. I'll ask one last question. I'll ask, is there any sort of way, is there definitely no way to tell if we find a portal to a plane, is there any way to determine what plane that would lead to?
Other than having the navigational means forged by a celestial, you have no way of navigating this plane, I'm afraid. The only information you can go on is distance, given your circumstance. You must judge the distance from the location you were at to the location you wish to get to. And portals to other planes are not plentiful. They're rather rare.
Like, I'll keep that in mind. Right, I'll sort this out.
I expect to hear from you soon with news of progress.
Of course, Gladiola.
And do not grow attached to these mortals. They're but specks of dust compared to the astral and celestial. An ends to a means to an end, I should say. Goodbye. Cuts off. Your meditation is broken.
I'm like, here, you still got that scroll?
Yes.
That might be our ticket back, Cole.
Do you want me to use it now or?
Well, do you want to go back there?
I mean, it's going to put us back, like, basically in the same place if we leave now.
Hopefully.
Don't know, what do you think we should do?
Well, I don't know if it'll be. If it'll bring. We don't want to assume the scroll's just gonna stay around forever. I'll have it signed. But it's up to we're not two people, we're a group. This is a group decision. Do you keep exploring here, or do you want to go back and hope that the library's back in the material plane?
I'm gonna go back. I want to get raped by the space pirates.
I thought we were in that library with the dragon. Honestly.
There was no books.
Just because there's no books doesn't mean it's
There
not a
was-
library.
One scroll.
That means it's not a library, I suppose.
But the compass pointed inside the portal.
Did it?
Uh,
Okay.
Maybe we should just keep moving and. I
Maybe
mean, this
it
is
was
the.
the other side of the wall where the portal appeared.
Maybe. I mean, the ring's spinning faster than it was when we got here, so if we keep traveling and see what happens. I mean, we can always come back. The tills are mark our path.
True.
Just wait till it's like spinning like a Catherine wheel and assume that means we're in the right place.
So is this the library? Has been
So
destroyed?
where I could be. This looks very
How old is it?
high tech.
It's
Super
old as
old, huh?
fuck. Huh.
Okay.
I say we can rely on the scroll to get out in case shit goes down. Hoping maybe it will bring us back.
So keep soldiering on for now.
For now.
Where?
see what the ring does.
Where soldier on to where?
Well, let's just keep heading in the direction we're heading.
It's an adventure.
Because the
Which
ring,
way is that again?
there's no directions here, just that way.
Is that where the ring's pointing?
It's no point in here. It's spinning. It was
Ah,
when we
fuck.
got here, it was very slowly spinning. It's now moving faster since
Oh,
we've
okay.
Are you,
passed the
are you
towers.
looking at it now?
Let's. So,
Yes.
It's spinning slightly slower than when you were at the fort.
so it's spinning fast at the fort.
Ah!
Let's go back to the fort.
So okay.
Did anyone solve that thing on the door or the wall or whatever it was?
It was just useless shit.
You think?
Well, unless somebody finds the other part of the wall that's probably crumbled into dust.
No, it's probably floating around somewhere here.
So then, okay, we could go back to the fortress where the ring was spinning faster, use the scroll, and see what happens. But then we
I think the library's not. It might be in the sea. It might be in another plane, and we just need to find the portal.
I'd be surprised if the Zentarum like travelled the planes. They didn't seem the type. And it was their guy that had the ring.
Maybe they got it from someone else.
True.
Jordan.
Yep.
Compartment.
This sea,
Mm-hmm.
is it closer to heaven or hell?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes. Probably yes.
You don't know. You don't have knowledge of the planes. You're a bard from the
I
College of Valor.
No, but I mean, like, if you're between planes, then this is out of character. But yeah, we're somewhere
You
between
don't know.
heaven and earth and hell or something.
Maybe.
Do not doubt the GM.
There's so many planes. It's no between anything. It's like
It's like a tree,
the
basically.
centre of that.
Well,
Right,
let's go on.
what's the decision? What are we gonna do?
Do what the ring says. We've been doing that for ages. I mean, it's only led us to a fucking dragon.
So, well, if Angrod's right, and it is acting like a radar, then it seemed to be pinging at the fort. So we could go back to the fort, and we could use the scroll there.
Let's do that.
What's the scroll got to do with it?
Well, does that no fucking
Makes a portal.
reopen a portal?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Have you looked at the scroll?
This,
To a few hundred meters away.
no, can I look at it?
You can. As you open it up, you haven't even looked at it. As you open it up, it appears blank, but it's emanating a faint light.
No.
Fuck. Can I
We're
read the light?
fucking stuck here.
It's literally like emanating light, barely, like a radiant kind of light.
So we can try and go back where we were before and see if we can read
Go to the
anything.
fortress. Just go there. What's
Let's
the worst
just,
that could happen?
Let's just go to the fortress.
Okay.
And when we get there, I want to check the scroll.
You guys float on over to the fortress, and as you're reading the scroll, as you go towards it, the scroll gets a bit brighter. It appears to get a bit brighter sort of as you're midway through getting there, and then it begins to dim a little bit again, but still a bit brighter than when you were at the tower. But on like the travelling over there, sort of halfway over, it was brighter than it was previously. And
And the ring?
the ring is spinning slightly faster than when you were at the tower.
Are the planets floating about, or are
They
they
are so far
set in
away,
one place?
and they, as you look at them, it doesn't appear like the moon is orbiting the planet. It's just still.
Okay.
Go back to the fort. Find that riddle thing on the wall, whatever it was.
Well, we're at the fort now.
Right, okay. What was the thing that you tried to mail on?
That was at the tower.
That
Oh,
carving.
the tower.
You just
fuck's
left
sake.
there.
Alright, okay. Right, we're at the fort. Can we wander about the fort and see what we can see?
You already have. There wasn't anything of very much interest.
Well, I give up. We're just gonna die here, it's fine.
Yeah, time appears to be going by.
Dying very slowly and out of time.
Time is so act so strange here. It feels like you've been here for days.
Oh god. So, does anyone know any really powerful spells to get us back home?
But
No, but I can do this. And I would like to proceed to cast Dancing Light.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Three little
See what happens.
orbs of light do come out, and you have control of the dancing lights.
Well, at least we can cast magic. As I disperse the
Mm-hmm.
lights.
That's a fair thing to do.
well, you saw that we could cast magic when I cast the spell to detect magic.
Yeah, there's that also.
I'm not. I went to college, but I'm not smart.
I
You went
see
to the
that.
college of punching things, so it's fine.
Um,
Mhm.
Do I remember the casting? Fuck.
I know what you're gonna say, and no.
Simple no.
Why would the scroll just randomly get brighter? What is the glow? Is it fucking like in the like ghostly words? Is it just a fucking? Is the paper just glowing?
Yeah, like the
That's too
parchment
much.
it's on appears to be glowing a sort of dim radiant colour. And as we're passing from the tower towards the fort, if you imagine like an isosceles triangle,
Right.
it got brighter
So as
you were
we
going.
go to the middle of the triangle, by any chance?
Yes. But then began
Ah.
fading again as you approached the fort.
Could
Right.
it be that there's a portal there, or a portal could be opened in the middle of that triangle?
No one answers you.
Well, do you want to try it?
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, you're the wizard, man.
This is so far out of my comfort zone.
Says the man
Well,
who
let's
knows
have a
about
go. Let's
astral
have a go.
seas.
You're wizard too. You do your wizard thing.
Okay, so what he's doing?
Oh, let's go in the middle. Let's go in the centre.
Back to the centre.
Okay, you
Yes.
fall back to the center. The compass begins picking up pace, and the parchment begins to glow brighter.
How the fuck do we get out of here?
You feel
Like, is that anything of importance in the center of this triangle?
No, you can see.
Like anything that...
It looks just kind of like the rest of the sea, really.
Is there a planet directly above us?
Nope.
under?
Nope. But Aranvir, you feel this scroll, and you guys have used scrolls before. You know scrolls dissipate once they're
Yeah.
used. They're done.
I
The
knew
fact
that.
this one is not done is strange, and it also appears to still have some magic juice left in it as you're holding it, Aranvir.
Juice
Right.
it up, Aramir.
How can I juice it up?
I don't know, I'm not the wizard.
I'm like destructive as fuck. I can set things on fire and steal life force for stuff. And that's about it.
Can I try holding the scroll out of you?
Yes.
As you hold it, Angrod, you feel the same magic coming from it. Still has juice in it. Somehow, for a scroll.
Can I? Is the glow from it like try to reveal like the how to cast it or whatever?
You don't know. You can make an Arcana check.
Norbert, can you give me the wine?
You feel like you could, with that roll, you feel like you could probably cast this thing again.
Yeah, I say I'm gonna give it a go, guys.
Wait,
Try cast it.
who casted it before?
Me.
Okay, you don't feel like you can cast it, but you feel like it can be cast.
I got a bit down of you. I say I feel like it could be casted again. at
But you
this
said that
point.
didn't ken how to recast
Oh,
it.
did I?
That's what I
He
asked.
did, yeah, he did.
I know.
say that.
No, you asked me if it had.
You
You
interrupted
asked
him.
me if it had text or the incantation still on it, able to cast.
No, I
You didn't
never.
say.
No, I asked if he
I asked-
remembers.
Aye.
I remembered how to cast it.
You don't remember how to cast it.
Yeah, you didn't try and cast it, you just asked, do I remember the words?
How the fuck can I cast it if I don't know the words? How can I try
The
and cast it?
context of what you asked was the scroll wasn't in your hands. You weren't reading it. You were just like, do I know how to cast this off the top of my head? No, you don't.
Well,
Just cast the damn scroll in.
can I
As I'm
fucking
holding it.
cast this?
You could try.
Take it off him. I want to try and cast it.
Make your best casting noise for me.
Abra fucking cadabra.
Performance check.
Okay. You focus on the scroll for some time. Usually scrolls are instantaneous, but this takes you like a couple minutes. Is you're trying to like tame the magic left over on the scroll, and you feel the magic leave the scroll, and the light dims completely, and the parchment disintegrates.
Fuck.
You look around. Nothing. Until a few moments pass. The pillars, which make up the triangle of these runes, a purple portal appears.
Like
you
between
see-
the
yes,
pillars?
you see it in the distance.
Well, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't trust portals anymore.
Aye, fuck it. Just start heading towards it as fast as possible.
Oh, no.
So,
How fast are you guys going? Let me see. 60 feet flying
How fast
speed,
front
so
row?
let me do some calculations. Are you all floating towards it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
You
yes.
begin floating towards it, and you approach your now took you some time. The portal appears to still be going, and you've reached the entrance. A big purple portal with a strange spiraling effect and glints of golden hewn within. You stand there. What are you doing?
Let's go in.
You guys go through?
Aye.
Going through.
We're going to just end up back where we started it. But yeah, we're going through.
Or in hell.
We're in hell.
Or
We're
in
in,
high.
we're in, yeah, we're in purgatory.
The lowest level of the abyss.
You guys
Let's
guys
go.
walk through. Well, again, more
Float through.
more as a group this time. You find yourselves falling after a flash of bright light.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You only fall about 10 feet before you hit solid ground. And you take a breath. It smells dingy and dark. Well, it looks dark. It smells dingy and of stone and dirt. It's fairly dark with bits of light here and there. As you look around, you appear to be in some kind of cavern or cave. And there is luminescent fungus around.
Is my compass working?
Which one?
My compass.
You have a look, and it took a crack from the fall. But it looks functional.
And the ring?
The ring appears to point directly north.
Which way do we come out the portal?
From above. So you fell to the ground. And you feel the sweet sensation of gravity.
Oh.
Drunk.
So head north.
Yep, brush yourself off.
Ignore it. Well, we never encountered any problems following your compass. Let's just follow it.
Yeah, it's great. Give me a sec.
It wasn't problems, it was adventures.
Yeah, just a couple of hiccups.
Don't do portals, kids. Anyways, you find yourself traveling, and this place appears like the same shitty underground environment you've been habitating for nigh on the past year, basically. It looks like you're in the Underdark again.
We're in hell, aren't we?
It looks
We're on
looks like the
Yeah, it looks-
Underdark.
But, but Lucifer appeared.
You find yourselves traveling a couple of hours before you hear a strange singing
Mm-hmm.
coming from the north, up ahead. The singing is in various tunes in various languages. Those of you who speak Dwarvish will know that Dwarvish and Common are both among them. And this is coming from up ahead. And you can't see it. It appears to be with your dark vision.
Can we make out the words?
It's a strange dialect. It's a weird accent. You can't really make out the song. But it's literally like 9 out of the 10 languages none of you even know.
I use comprehend language. Sing me the song, Jordan.
It says, "Oh, it lives in a pineapple under the sea."
See, if you're a really, really great DM, you some recording of like 17 layers fucking.
Yeah, but I'm a
Someone to just
fucking
play us.
shitty scrub who isn't gonna sit and compose a song for a daft encounter. But I'm not gonna sing the song for you because I don't have a song here ready. I would if I did. But
Just
it's a jolly
like,
tune. It's a nice tune. It sounds like someone's awfully happy, having a wee sing song to themselves.
I don't trust tunes. I
And
would
it's
like
one
to-
voice. It's not like multiple people or anything.
Right.
I would like to tend your charm.
Okay. Is this for your whole party or just you?
The whole party.
Okay.
You'd like to what?
So
What have you done?
Elhord starts playing his
I killed him.
Elhord
What
starts
have you
playing his
done?
lute over this tune of this. To like
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
to perhaps counteract any charming effects this may have on you.
Ah, okay.
The singing stops due to your loud lute playing.
I want to keep heading towards the singer.
Okay. You just continue walking on then.
Yes.
Okay, Ironveer starts walking. The rest of you stay put.
nah, I follow.
How long does that counter charm last?
That's forever, isn't it, that one?
Yeah, it doesn't have specify. It
Yeah.
ends if I'm incapacitated or silenced, or if I stop
Okay,
it.
so you
That's
just
like
you just like
for a sec.
indefinitely keep playing as you move forward then.
Well, wait. It does say it lasts until the next turn, end of the next turn.
Okay, so it's
But we
it's
are now in turn
yeah,
order.
6 seconds per turn. So you do it for 6 seconds and you're like,
And stop
stop,
again.
and look around. You guys don't seem to be.
Alright.
You don't feel like you're compelled to move towards the voice or anything. You don't feel charmed. But the singing stopped once Elhorn started playing.
Oops.
Do we see the person yet?
Are all of you going?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Ironveer was.
Okay. Ironveer's a bit ahead of you, but I'm assuming the rest of you follow. If not, specify.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just walk. There's probably no point stealthing at this point, considering. And as you walk on, what comes into sight from the darkness is a many-legged reptile creature, large, very large. It stretches out as if it's been sitting for a long time. His gaze facing downward, avoiding all of your eyes. It looks to the rocky floor at your feet. And it says, "About time you lots arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Come, the library bids me guide you to the gates. I've waited long enough for you already."
Thank fuck, let's go.
Yep.
I follow.
Sounds real to me. Nothing
we
dodgy about that.
we just blindly trust this creature. Okay.
Do you want to say no to
No,
giant
no,
many
no,
leg
no.
lizards?
It's giant, it's got
No,
like
no,
4
let's
legs
go,
on
let's
each
go.
side, it's greyish blue, a big spiky beard, and sort of huge brows over its eyes on the side of its head, and nice big nostrils as well in the front. Kind of a mixture
Okay,
between like
okay.
a 4-legged crocodile and a bearded dragon.
Okay,
Oh, fuck,
nice.
okay. Does it seem genuine?
You can insight check.
Inside check.
You actually can.
Oh.
Seems friendly, mate.
For
you
now.
can't really you can't really gauge
Fuck
if
it.
it's like deceiving you, but seems friendly. as far
Fuck it.
as talking, I'll let Nihal make a nature check if you want to figure out what this thing is, since you're a druid.
I don't want to know.
It's a basilisk.
Oh, it's a fucking
a
basilisk.
basilisk.
Jesus Christ.
Nihal,
Can
you
I-
know that
can I-
basilisks, if they look at you in the eyes, they can turn you to stone, and that they can't talk usually, let alone sing.
Oh, they
Let
did speak.
alone singing 12 different fucking voices.
Uh,
Right, can I insight the fact that it knows we are looking for a library and how maybe it would know that?
Don't
There's no
question
way
it.
you would know that, even with an insight.
Right, okay.
Insight's more of
Sure.
like judging body language, inflection of voice, and character, and things like that.
Right, okay.
You can make a guess.
The drow told it.
But as you guys are like standing around kind of arguing, like, shit, why would we gotta trust it? He's like, come, I don't have all day. The masters
Okay.
wait for you.
I trust
Okay,
them.
I'll
Let's
follow. I'll follow.
Alright.
I have so many questions, but fuck it.
The master will
go. You
Don't-
question
don't-
this,
don't-
but not the thing that we are floating in space.
Don't ask them to the basilisk. Ask them to somebody else.
As I'm walking toward it, I'm looking down, like basically
well,
I'm watching
the thing is, the basilisk is obviously purposefully averting its gaze from all of you. And it has been doing so ever since you arrived too. And
Can I insight jet, or do I know that basilisks turn us into
Nope.
stones?
only really Nihal knows. So the rest of you are pretty oblivious. Because basilisks
Can
are...
I insight if I'm ugly or not?
No.
When
Avoiding
Nihal,
my gaze.
do you share the fact that they can turn us to stone if they look
You
at
can't
us?
ask that.
If
That's like too meta shit. It's up to her if she wants to
Sorry.
tell you.
Yeah, if you're not asking me, I'm not just gonna tell you.
Yeah. She
Sorry.
like,
But-
do you assume that everyone knows?
But we don't know that you know, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
thing.
you guys
Yeah,
I
but we
just
don't.
told you don't ask questions to the
You guys
basilisk.
don't know she knows, so you guys have no idea that this thing can turn you to stone.
I whisper to the party, what the fuck is this thing?
It's a basilisk.
It looks friendly. Who cares?
It's the first thing in a long time that doesn't look like it wants to kill us.
Don't look it in the eye, and you'll be fine.
Why?
Why not?
Just trust me.
Fuck.
Can I insight that?
You sure can.
Fucking just trust me. No, whenever says that, don't trust them.
I mean, just roll me a d20, Nihal.
Looks like she knows what she's talking about.
Blow it on the tail.
You trust her completely.
It looks friendly. I mean,
Yeah, but giants. I'm not got any fear of snakes at all. It's fine.
we've seen an actual
She
demon. This
seems-
is like a fucking
I
puppy.
mean, you trust her. That you probably shouldn't look at it in the
Yeah.
eyes, but obviously she knows
Okay, let's
something you
not look at
don't.
nice. Great. So I trust her a little less now. That's fine.
Sure. This stranger you only
Not
met
telling
like
the whole truth.
a couple weeks ago or something.
That's only telling me half the truth. Okay. I don't look in the eyes. I follow in like
Yeah,
kind of.
and you know,
Went a lot.
the creature doesn't say anything further. It's like right away as you guys continue walking on. Just follow it.
Yes.
Okay.
But without looking at his face, I also ask how it knew we were coming.
Says, the masters told me so.
Who are the masters?
The librarians.
How do they know?
The librarians know all in the Underdarks.
Do you know my name?
The masters did not tell me your names.
I'll ask them later.
Right.
Will they answer our questions?
If I must.
No, will they? Will they answer? If they know all, will they answer our questions?
That is for the masters to decide.
Okay, let's go. Which way?
Alright, fuck it. No point talking to the fucking muscle.
Yeah. If you don't ask it anything, he silently walks and doesn't say anything to you. You begin to get tired. About 8 hours pass. Just trudging on, and Ironbeard, you keep checking the compass, it's still pointing due north. You eventually, after these 8 hours pass, let me see here. You continue to follow the basilisk. You come to a pair of massive, I don't know how you say this word, basalt? Basalt? It's a,
What? Basalt.
yeah, it's like a type of stone. I
Yeah,
know what it is, I
basalt.
don't know how to pronounce it. But massive basalt doors. They're flanked by 12-foot tall stone constructs. As you walk ever so closer to the constructs, the heads begin to track you. You get in front of the door. Actually, I have something for you guys.
Oh boy. It's
Oh.
a big boy.
Yeah.
Is he real? Is that a fucking giant?
They're large constructs. You don't know if it's a giant. The bodies don't appear to be moving, but the heads do.
Where's the basilisk going?
Towards the gates.
Just follow him.
You get in front of the
Catch up a
you
bit.
get in front of the door, and the basilisk, after climbing the steps, uses its front claws to mount up against the door and gives it a push, to which the doors open. After the doors
A small weapon.
After the doors open, he then says, "Continue straight ahead." And then he walks off to the left and down a side passageway. And there is a passageway straight ahead. A wide open corridor.
Okay, see you there.
He doesn't answer you.
I
As you
proceed to go
greet,
for it.
as you
I go
as you
straight
bid him goodbye, he ignores you.
I'm sad.
You guys go in?
We head in?
Sure.
I'm going in.
Alright. You head down this long open corridor, which, though the gates look constructed, clearly, cut from the stone, this corridor is natural. It's a natural tunnel. You eventually see some light up ahead. And as you come out, as you walk across the threshold of Gravenhollow, it's like stepping into another realm. The oppressive gloom of the Underdark is replaced by light and a sense of openness that brings back memories of the surface world. Again, once you've passed down this corridor, walking side by side, the ceiling's height reminds you of the great halls of Gauntlgrim. As the corridor opens up and you come out, you see a central well. It has walkways crossing its span, all the way to the opposite side of this well. You can barely see the ends of the level to your right and left, with doors opening into so many rooms that you doubt you could explore them all in a single day. The ceiling is bright with rainbows trapped and hundreds of crystal formations combining to create a warm and inviting illumination. Looking down is a dizzying experience. Staircases connect to different levels below, and you soon lose count of how far they actually go down. A stout rocky creature detaches from a perfectly smooth wall to your left, leaving the imprint of its body in the wall that quickly smooths out by itself and fades from sight. Travellers, I am Horn. The masters are occupied. There are rooms for you all. Choose your own. The resources of Gravenhollow are now at your disposal. You need only ask. What you see is a stout, medium creature, but about dwarven sized, made of earth and stone. It has hollow eyes and a gaping mouth, and it's pretty burly looking, pretty stout.
I say to it, are you one of the librarians?
It kind of chuckles. No, I am not.
Can we speak with the librarians?
That is for you to decide.
So, yes, we can. Can you take me to the librarians, please?
It says, I cannot take you, friend, but the library will. You need only will it.
I start swimming. No.
It says, we expect our visitors to conduct themselves with decorum. Please refrain from argument or violence.
Okay.
And you realize as this thing's been talking, it hasn't been talking in any languages any of you know, but you still understand it, and it understands you.
That's what matters.
And you all of you who are magically inclined, which I think is all of you at this point, feel the magic just completely infused in this. And you've seen it firsthand when that creature, that elemental, you don't know what it is, but when it detached from the wall and the wall fixed itself, you can tell this place is just brimming with magic.
What was his name?
His name is Gorm.
You
Gorm.
determine the magic, Jordan. Like what kind of magic it is.
You can Arcana check.
That'll be a roll.
It is a lot of magic. There is a lot of magic here, is what you feel like. Oh. As you look, like I said, there appears to be an infinite number of levels as you look down. You look up, there is a ceiling way up, emanating this rainbow coloured light. And as you look down, every level of course has walkways attaching either side of this central well. If you imagine kind of a circular area with a big hole carved out in the middle forming as well. You look down and you see various shapes traversing the halls. Not close enough for you to discern any details. Some of them look small, some tall, some humanoid.
So to the sides of this level, is that where our rooms are?
You don't know?
Okay.
Gorm told you have rooms though.
I
Before he swiftly started walking off. I say swiftly, they're like rock turtles essentially.
rock turtles. I start kind of. Right, we walked into this chamber with like a well type thing.
A well right in the middle, and at several levels there's staircases sort of off to the sides of the walkways in the middle, which the walkway just leads you to the other side of the well on this level, but the stairs lead you down
Yeah.
to the level below or the level above.
Right, okay. So if we go not the walkway or the stairs, is there like other wee passages going off it?
No, there's doorways.
No,
So
right,
there's
okay.
doors. There's
Right,
doors
I'll walk
every
up to
level.
one
There's
of the doors.
dozens of doors around the.
Right, I'll walk up to one of the doors and like knock on it a wee bit, then try and open it.
Well, what are you thinking when you're doing it?
I'm looking for a bedroom.
You're looking for a bedroom. Make
Yeah, that's something. Hey, you said there was rooms around here for a bedroom.
you need to make a wisdom check for me.
Just straight up wisdom check.
Is it wise to do that?
Maybe.
You feel Yeah, you feel like you're getting like a slight tug from the magical forces, and they're guiding you as you're like trying to choose a random door. But with that roll, you kind of like ignore it and just go up to a door, and there appears to be something written in Dwarvish and another language you don't know above the door.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says, "The present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's group without mercy or respite."
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing?
So do I open
want-
the door? Sorry. Do I get to open the door?
And there's
Or
you can
does it
try.
say that? I try to open the door.
Sure.
After knocking, I'm being polite.
You knock, and no answer.
And then open it.
Yeah, you push it. It's large. The doors are 20 feet tall, but not impossible to open. You don't have to make a check or anything. As you walk in, you hear the sound of running water, and there's wall niches all around this room containing stone cylinders, and the running water appears to be coming from a fountain off to the other end of the room. But there doesn't appear to be anyone in here. Oh, actually, there is more of those turtle men, those earth elemental looking guys, and they appear to be moving the cylinders.
Okay. Right. That's
Okay,
fine.
what about the rest of you?
I don't go into the room. I'm like, I open the door and then look in, but I'm still keeping like,
Mhm.
you know, because I've got a feeling that as soon as we separate, we're never going to find each other again.
For the
So-
rest of you, are you watching him, or what are y'all doing at this point?
I suppose I watched them.
You feel a presence to the other side, to your left. And you hear kind of like some kind of grumblings, like As you turn to see what it is, you see from behind a small-ish figure, dwarven in stature, and with graying hair with red/ginger streaks throughout. And he's grumbling to himself, and he's adorned in like nice sort of plate battle armor. He's got a cape and uh, a war hammer which he's using currently to hold his weight up, kind of like a walking stick.
Did you say we recognise him?
You're looking at him from behind.
Off from
And
behind.
he's kind of like looking around, up and down and left and right, and he's grumbling to himself. Eventually, he turns to face you. What you see is a withered and frail dwarf. Not only that, you recognize him. It looks like Brenner, the king of Gonalgrim. Nihal, you don't recognize him, and Angrod, you don't. Elhorn and Ironveer, you recognize this as King Brenner, but he looks very old, which is strange because you know yourselves, dwarves age very slowly. They can live hundreds of years. Brenner, when you spoke to him, he was probably around middle-aged, slightly above middle-aged.
How long have we been in the Astral Sea?
That's a fucking good
And like
question, actually.
he looks at you with like a blank look and doesn't say anything. And he just kind of goes,
Is Bosner still in earshot?
At this point, like Bosner's kind of just like standing at the door, and he's probably like, I don't know, Bosner, you said you weren't going in. You're
Yeah, I'm just. I open the door and then stop.
yeah. The
So, yeah, basically, we're still within
the
earshot, yeah.
creatures which are called Galeb Dur, they don't pay any mind to you. They continue on working. And as you turn, you see like the rest of your party are looking at someone to the other side.
Should we go and say hi, Aaron?
He's right there. He's like mere feet away. 10 or so feet away. And he's got his crown still on. It's like a circlet.
Who's the old guy?
Questioningly, I say King Brenner? I actually like asking the guy in front of us if it's him.
He says, Brenner, that's... I recognize that name. Brenner. Where am I?
The library at Gravenhollow.
Graven what?
Gravenhollow.
Are you here alone?
He says, I am? Did you not take me here?
Not really.
What do you remember, King Brennan?
King? Brenner. That name. And he just spaces out and looks to the ground. And after a moment he looks back up at you and says, Hello?
Hello?
Why did you bring me here?
We didn't bring you here. Do you not remember how you got here?
Where's here? Is this home?
Where we are right now? Depends what you call home.
Is there any like attendance or shit about?
Attendance? Not in the near vicinity. If you're talking about the Galeb Dur, they they're not in your vicinity, but you can see them dotted about, you know, in other levels and things. Below you, at least, not above you, of course. He... Yeah, he's there. And he just looks confused, and he turns away from you all and slowly starts to walk off with his warhammer as a cane. And Brenner, you catch him just as he starts leaving, and you see him. And he walks off.
So long, friend.
Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
We might have spent a bit too long in the ancestral sea. Just, could be that, or could be some kind of magic.
And that's where we'll take a 5-minute break.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, 5 minutes, and we'll come back and you guys can figure out what's going on, or not.
I say no. Can we just follow the basilisk?
It's gone.
It's gone, man. Let him live. Right, I'll be up with it.
Yeah, back in a sec.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. We lost someone as well. Fucking Jetta. Alright, back in a bit.
Frank?
Blah.
Hello?
What?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you said Jada. Oh, I'm used to be called a lot of name. Like the first time I came in Scotland, they call me Giada
Giada.
because my name is spelled G-I-A.
Gaida.
Jada.
Gaida.
Jada.
G-
Giada, Gaida, Gaia, Gida.
Be free!
Beef. What?
A lot of fucking different names.
Yeah. You should just
So
change it to Judah with a J.
after a while, I started to present myself as Jade.
Oh, okay. Nah, don't do that. Just tell him to
Well,
fucking say it right.
that's the translation of my name in English.
Aye.
But then my friend told me that I don't look like a Jade, so she refused to call me Jade.
Wow, that's
So,
not
okay.
good.
She's called Laura.
Right, call her cunt.
Well, you tell her, Laura, you don't look like a Laura, you look like
Fucking arse.
I like a
Laura.
Francis.
Ah, always late.
Probably fucking cooking noodles or some shit.
He fucking is, isn't he?
No, it's not there.
Alright. What is everyone doing?
I'm
Well-
going back after looking into the room and not finding my bedroom. I'm going back to the group.
Yeah, you're with the group at this point.
Hello?
Hello.
hello?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes.
You have.
Nothing was muted, but my microphone just didn't pick up anything.
Okay.
Sure.
Guys, I've been here the whole time. Shut up. So, you guys are in this very strange, magical place. And you've just encountered the King of Gornelgrim, King Brenner, who looked very aged and probably senile.
Probably.
Most likely.
So, because I don't know the guy, I ask to them, who is this? Because you seem to know it.
He put us on this mission. He's the king of the dwarfs in the Underdark.
And I guess he didn't look like that when you saw him last time.
No, it was. What would it be like? Like several hundred years younger. How long did the dwarves live?
Yeah, like 800 years or so.
He's like hundreds of years older than he was, and it's only been what, like a few months,
Yeah, like 2 months.
a year.
That you know.
Right, I would think.
2 months of traveling in the Underdark.
Plus some time in the what's that, ancestral sea.
I want to mention you guys are pretty tired. Soon you'll be taking points of exhaustion because you've been awake for so long. Andrew's
a few
computer
hundred
reset,
years.
so just ignore him. I'm playing Angrod just now. Look at me, I'm Angrod and I'm edgy.
To cut yourself, mate.
I mean, Bruno's probably not gone anywhere by the looks of him. We could rest and figure out how long we've been away. Or what the fuck's going on.
Do we rest here in the hall?
How?
You've been told you have rooms. By Herm,
I want
Herm the Galaddur.
Yeah,
Can
but
I
I wouldn't
approach one of the
separate.
stone people?
I wouldn't separate from the rest of the party.
Is there any other people around us that didn't look fucking ancient and senile?
Not on this level, but if you like travel downwards a level, you could probably bump into another Galaddur if you want, or you could. There is some humanoid figures some levels below if you want to like go down. They're like crossing the walkways
go
and things like that.
I want to speak to the next person we see and see if we can figure out how the fuck we get to our rooms or whatever.
Okay. That's interesting actually. Make a wisdom check for me.
Well, like a saving
No,
throw.
no, just a wisdom check. And I want all of you to make one.
Oh, this is where the fun begins. Natural one.
Ooh, I got a decent thing.
Oh, God bless Jack of all trades.
As you guys are,
Do you get to add Jack of all trades?
I think
Huh?
Jack of all trades adds
apparently the-
automatically for you, mate. We changed it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying because it's not a skill check,
Well,
it's a
apparently,
wisdom check.
but apparently initiative is just a dex check, and it works for that.
Is it? Oh,
Mm.
oh look at you. I don't really care.
They add it automatically anyway.
Either way, you didn't roll high enough. But balls there. Angron's just like he's like shocked. He's like taken aback. Like, what the fuck is this place? And you can see he's like enamored by the atmosphere. In fact, she's like, meh. But as you guys begin to walk down and you're looking around for someone who resembles a human at least, or humanoid, or someone with like some real sentience to them. Bosner, you feel like this pull from like a nearby sort of row of doors. It's really drawn you in. And like, as you walk, the ground begins to shift and move you towards it. And you're like, I think you really feel like what you're looking for is here.
Cool. I go and open one of the doors.
You open it. What does Bosner's ideal room look like as a dwarf
It's
and a cleric?
it's pretty sparse.
Yeah.
It's got a half decent bed, and it's like no, you're saying that it's got like a a table bed almost. So it's like just a basic mattress and sitting on top of a table essentially,
Yeah.
and a wee chest. and there's a few like books kicking around, and not much else.
What about food wise? What's like your top tier food?
Top tier food.
Favorite.
Rat on a stick with ketchup.
As you come into this room, you see your ideal room. It's got the rat on the stick laid out on tables and skewers. You've got your barely functional bed, your chest. There's a fire as well to keep the room warm. And you guys notice that, like, as you begin walking, you guys are all looking around, like, where can I speak to someone? And you look around and see Bosner's just, like, opened his door, and he just begins walking in.
No, I'm not gonna go in.
No?
I ain't that
No,
stupid.
you don't have to.
I think I'll open the door and I'll
But
say,
you
look.
look at it and you're like, man, this looks like some good shit, and I need to sleep, or I'm gonna take some points of exhaustion.
I've already got one.
Another one.
Right, I say, guys, if I go in here and shut the door behind me, you might open it and I might not be in here.
Okay.
What do we do? Do we all go in this little bedroom?
I mean, how about you go in,
Yep.
right? One of us will try and open it behind you, and then, but we'll stay outside and immediately close it again if you're not there. Give it like 3 minutes and then try and come back out.
How about Aranvir, you come with me. Then we'll close it.
Right. And then one of them can open it, and then
Sure.
we'll try and open it a few minutes later. Right, okay,
Yeah.
let's do that
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so
then. I slowly slip out of my ropes.
Hey, wait.
Ironbeard, you come into the room with Bosner and probably doesn't tickle your fancy, to be honest. Looks like a room a dwarf would probably like, for sure.
But Ironbeard's robes are finally gone.
You do smell some cooked meat. It's also the smell of burning hair coming from these rat skewers laid out on a table. It's literally like a bed, a chest, a table, and a fireplace. It's not a big room. Big enough for one person. You come in, you close the doors. Okay, the doors are closed.
And we wait and see if the door opens.
Okay. It doesn't open on its own.
I suppose 3 minutes has passed.
You were supposed to open it before the 3 minutes passed.
Well, I thought one of the guys outside was going to open it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Some minutes pass.
I try and open it
You open it.
Yeah, I open it.
slowly in case something is going down.
There stands Aranvir and Bosner.
Naked?
Maybe.
Oh, there you are.
Are they the same age that we left them on?
Yep. They are.
What
Right,
year
They
is
appear
it?
Unchanged.
Answer me.
You guys
So this didn't
You
work.
guys know it's well, you guys aren't completely sure how much time's passed, but you know the year that you guys basically got captured was 1486, I believe. And by your estimates it's probably 1487 at this point. Oh, there he is.
I would like
Right.
to go and find my room.
Aye, so Bosner, I think
Is
we
there
can
a guiding
assume that your
voice?
room's safe.
Okay. Get
As,
out. I'm going
as
to
each
sleep.
you get out and you think and feel really hard about, like, as you're wandering as well, you're kind of wandering as a group. As you wander around the edge and the outskirts of this level, you feel like as you go past each particular door, one of them pulls one of you in as you walk past. First, you walk past the door, one pulls Elhorn in, and Elhorn, you feel like you need to be in this room.
I feel like I need to be in this room.
Yep.
As I'll let the
And
others
you-
know.
If you open the door, your ideal perfect room is what lays before you. Down to food, furniture, the temperature, the architecture of the room, everything to your perfect liking. It probably for you probably resembles something closer to what the surface world has, whereas Bosner was like more of like a dwarvish sort of room within a mountain or something.
I know. A king-size bed with
But you
Wellington.
probably got like a
Yeah, I love
nice looking, upscale tavern looking room or something along those lines. With ales, food, anything you want. The next pulls in Nihal. You feel like you need to be in this room.
Mm-hmm.
And this continues on for each of you in this level. And each of you come into your perfect room. All the food, all the drinks, the ales, the alcohol, anything you want. When you will it hard enough, it materializes. And you rest,
Yes.
and a long rest passes, and you've all awoken. I'll say for the sake of this, you've all awoken about the same time-ish. But you all, get nice and comfortable in your rooms, eat, drink, fill your bellies, and you feel nice and rejuvenated in the morning. Back up to full hit points, all your spell slots come back, all your exhaustion points are erased. You feel good.
Was this a full rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can we go our level 7 shit?
You sure can.
Let me roll my HP.
I think you're the only one who needs to.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Upwards.
Reroll ones.
1d8 plus 1, which is 2. Indeed. Yee. Okay.
Wow, not bad. Holy shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Right, okay.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay.
Nope, just you. You guys are awake in the morning. Each of you come out of your rooms almost simultaneously. And you're on the same level. Your rooms are all adjacent to one another. And you look and everyone looks fine.
Morning to y'all.
Oh, morning.
You see various Galebdur, and they seem to be carrying stone cylinders and tablets to various doors and such on not only your level, but different levels too. There also on the walkway appears to be some humanoid figures. And below. And above, you see a couple passing shadows of humanoid figures too. And you all get the feeling, ever since you found your rooms, that the library itself is guiding you to that what you seek. As long as you will it hard
Well,
enough.
In that case, I seek information on the Demon Lord resurgence and the cause of it.
You go off on your own.
Don't
It's
know.
up to you. All of you have kind of convened at this point. You've all came out of your dorms at the same time. Your rooms.
I'll go for more.
Okay. Make a wisdom check. Okay. Let me see. Do. You begin walking, and You feel the pull of the library taking you down the staircase and down and across the walkway. What's everyone else doing? You see Aravir just like walk off.
Hello, where you going?
I'm going to explore this library. See what we can see if I can find what we came here to find.
You going alone?
I mean, free to come with me
Would you like me to come with you?
if you want. It's probably best.
I would go with him. Like, I don't say anything, like, I just, like, walk in tandem with him.
I guess. Is that what my heart tells me to do?
Well, that depends. What does your mind tell you? What do you want? What are you looking for?
Peace.
Yeah, you don't feel anything to that end. You don't feel any magical forces guiding you to that end, at least.
Maybe in future try not knifing one of your closest allies.
Pew, 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 pew. Shots fired.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Anyhow, so it appears
I follow him, I guess.
sounds like Elhorn and Angrod are following Aranvir as Bosner and Nihal. What are you guys up to?
Well,
You don't have to all go together.
follow them.
I'm not gonna. I'm kind of right. Are they walking past doorways?
They're beginning to walk downward down the
Right. Okay.
down the spot.
I'm looking around for other engravings and things, but still kind of following them.
Okay, you follow them.
I'll follow them.
Make a perception check, Bosner, since you're looking for something specific. You notice that as you begin walking down, you don't get far, but as you begin walking and passing doors, there are doors with certain engravings above it in Dwarvish and Giant, but you guys don't know Giant. And you know what one of them says. You know, and you see this repeated a couple times. You see the engraving which says...
The same one.
Yeah, you see that.
The present flows through her hands like sand or
You
something.
see, the present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping
sand.
one's grasp without mercy or respite. You also see, when you pass a couple of doors, they have above them, the past is a crystal, for it can be seen from many facets, yet it always remains the same. And you see one door in particular with engraven above it, and these doors are identical. And it says, "The future is a song we remember, but we cannot rush to its end, lest we destroy the melody."
Okay. Is it just over one door? That is.
You guys don't get very far before you see another figure, sort of pretty close to you, and they seem to be studying each of the doors as they walk by, and they're kind of heading towards you, but it doesn't look like they're paying much mind to you. It appears to be a human female. She's dressed in nice flowing robes. She looks to be, at a glance, in her early 20s. She looks very elegant. Flowing white robes. She has warm and compassionate eyes that sparkle like a sun-dappled river. And a flawless warm face. She's just shy of about 6 feet, and she has silver hair and an everlasting youth, it appears. And she's kind of like studying each of the doors and looking around. She's walking towards you all. And then, like, as her eyes kind of catch all yours, she says, "Oh, hello there.
Hi.
Oh, there.
Good day.
Yes, it is. A very interesting place, don't you think?
So far, yes. Haven't had too much time to explore.
Quite. I don't think one has quite enough time to explore this endless sea of knowledge.
Yes. Do you know your way around this place? We fear getting lost.
She says, well, if the library willed you here, I'm sure you will not become lost. I would not worry about that, young Master Dwarf.
Young.
Yeah, she seems very, like, warm and, you know, pretty happy to see you guys. Pretty polite.
Happy to see us as if she recognises
No.
us.
She's just friendly, it looks like.
Maybe have your name, my lady, of the library.
Tips everywhere.
Tips the same.
My lady. She says, my name is Illustriel. Pleasure. And who might you all be?
Well, we are the Avengers.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
avenging.
We
That's-
are on a
Bullshit, you're
mission.
saying.
Are on a mission from King Brenner.
She says Brenner.
Brenner.
I don't believe I know a Brenner.
He's a minor king.
From when does he hail?
From when?
Yes.
Now?
1486.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm afraid that
could
is...
you elaborate?
She
Because we
says,
don't.
I'm afraid that is a bit beyond my time.
Oh. Okay then.
What year is this?
She says, she kind of chuckles, like whimsically, not like in a malicious way. Says, why, whatever year you hail from? Oh, you don't know?
That answers nothing.
And she kind of looks at you inquisitively and has a big grin on her face and says, ah, I see. Veldiscar failed to mention it. He is a mischievous one, that basilisk. And she says, as I appear before you, and you appear before me, we are echoes to one another. Visitors from different times in the material plane.
Now, what year do you hail from?
I would rather not say, but what I will tell you is a bit before your time.
Okay.
Illustrial. I feel like we've heard that name before.
If you've been...
And we roll history checks.
I didn't.
It's... Sure, go ahead and roll a history. It's gonna be difficult, but sure. In fact,
well,
in fact,
Tell them.
Bosner, you can roll a religion.
Doesn't help at all.
Nice
I know.
try.
Yep.
Huh.
God.
Nope.
It helps. Not at all.
How does a cleric have zero religion?
I know my religion. I know much even about that, to be honest.
Can I make a religion check?
You can make an arcana check.
Ah, no, okay. It's even
Your
better.
favourite check.
That's better.
Her robes appear adorned with something ancient, a symbol of Maestra, who is one of the most ancient gods of the world and is the goddess of magic, essentially. the one who created magic within the planes and allowed mortals access to it.
Slightly before time, my ass.
I'm gonna make it that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Say, oh, you follow Maestra? Oh, you're a cleric in Maestra?
She chuckles. Ha! No, I'm no cleric. Although I do follow Maestra. Although, I mean, she did bestow everyone here on this plane with magic. Which has been both a blessing and a curse, but overall has been for good more than evil, I'd say. At least in my time. I do not know what has transpired in your time, nor do I wish to know. I don't believe it is wise to prod too much about the past, present, and future. Things you should not know.
You're probably right.
She says, yes. Just be wary of who you speak to in these halls. There are many visitors to the library and not all with good intent.
But we are not allowed any violence.
She says, this is not a place for violence, no, Master Dwarf. I would not recommend it.
So what happens if we're attacked?
She says, well, it depends. I'm sure time has perhaps changed this place somewhat, but in my time, Veldiscar does not take too kindly to violence within these halls. He serves the librarians, and they wish for this to be a place of knowledge only.
Yes. Have you ever met a librarian? Have you seen any?
Oh yes, they're around. You merely need to will yourself to speak to them and see them if you must, although some are more willing to speak to us than others. And by us, I mean echoes, as
Visitor. Oh, echoes. Okay.
this place is timeless. And once you visit this place, the library remembers you forever.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
So you're
Are
probably
you
not
saying-
here right now.
Are you saying a part of me will remain here?
To me, you all appear an echo, and to you, I appear an echo.
Okay.
She says, time is malleable in this library, and once you leave, your being will wander these halls for all time, as long as this library stands.
Oh no.
But
Okay.
I am afraid I must leave our conversation at that and be on my way. I have some important research to attend to. And she begins walking past you all and gives you a smile and a little wave.
Goodbye, fair maiden.
She says, goodbye, farewell, and I hope you find what you seek. And continues on.
So do I. Okay, let's find librarian, lads and lass.
We just have to believe.
I believe.
We have to want to see the librarians.
I believe in fairies.
Yes.
Are you okay?
I can feel them.
So who is leading you all here?
Ironville.
Yep, let's go Anvir. Why not?
So Aranvir, you wish to, well, did you make the previous wisdom check?
Yes.
Like the thing is, once you've
yes, I
like
did.
kind of willed yourself, there's, I guess, a meta term. There's like a cooldown. Like the
Oh, okay.
library continues to
Alright.
will you to whatever you were seeking before, which you were seeking. Well, you specifically said knowledge on the demons and their uprising.
What caused the resurgence of the demons? and
Okay,
shit, aye.
okay.
So I mean, we could do that and then find the library.
Yeah. So you're still, the library's still willing you in this regard, and the rest of you are following. Although Ironveer hasn't disclosed where he's going or anything like that, you're just kind of following him. As you continue traveling downward, you're crossing a walkway, and let me see here. Let me check. Fuck. Yeah, you continue walking, and you know, this place begins to seem endless. Crossing a walkway, heading towards you, you see a large humanoid figure about to cross paths with you all. And this being stands 9 feet tall as you get a closer look. They are fairly lean but muscular. His skin shines like polished obsidian, and his eyes glitter a green light. As you approach, you see he has yellowed fangs, pointed ears, and 6 slender fingers decorating each hand. He also appears to have 6 small black horns hidden amidst the edges of his thick black hair, and on his back you see the tip of a great wavy sword and a large tower shield. And he walks towards you. And as you guys approach, he says, "Well, hello."
Hello, demon.
Demon? That is quite the accusation. And he grins, and you see his yelled fangs decorating his whole mouth. He says, "What might bring you here?"
We're just browsing. What's your name?
He says, "Oh, I have no name."
That's good. Me neither.
What brings you here?
He says, "Why, if you must know, I seek knowledge on the abyss and its denizens."
That must make for some interesting reading.
Oh, quite.
My apologies. Are you not a demon or are you a devil?
He says, "Neither are.
Oh,
I have no need for such labels. I do not want to be associated with this."
where are you from?
He just chuckles. "Far away."
Are you a echo?
He says, my, someone is very interested in me."
Well, you do look kind of interesting.
"As do you."
I'm just a dwarf.
Oh, I meant you as a group. It seems we don't see many groups in these halls. Many come alone.
Yeah. They are quite interesting as well.
It is a great pilgrimage to reach the said library and find the knowledge one must seek. Although it is an arduous task. Again, what is your purpose here? Perhaps I can help and assist.
We were
No thanks.
we're looking for knowledge, as everyone else is. We're told we just need to will our way, and we'll find it.
I'm afraid it takes more than mere will. You must deeply desire it for a greater purpose.
Ah. Okay. And have you seen any librarians this direction?
The librarians. A useless lot.
Okay. Thank you.
He says, no, thank you, and please, if you see me around, don't hesitate to ask for assistance in your endeavors.
We'll keep that in mind.
He kind of bows and gives a big toothy grin and continues walking past you all.
Do I know what the fuck he was?
I will say.
Or what species it might be?
I will say. Okay, I'll say Aranvir, specifically you. You can actually roll me a religion or history check for this. And it has to be a pretty decent roll, but you are a necromancer, you know some stuff.
He's a necromancer. Oh, that was so close to one.
Yeah, so
what is that?
Okay. This... With that roll, you know... You've studied... You perhaps studied... You've obviously studied Neon Death. You perhaps delved a little bit into the Abyss and what the Abyss is about. Not too much. But this being is rather famous or infamous in the Abyssal realm. His name is Grast, and he is a demon prince of the Abyss. One of the big boys as well. One of the head honchos of the several layers of the Abyss. But you don't know much more than that. He's called Prince Grast sometimes. He's generally referred to as a prince.
Well, once he's like well out of earshot, I'd tell everybody that he is a demon lord and who he is. Well, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you think.
I mean, I suppose this library is not racist towards any creature or being.
No, but it makes you wonder why he's here.
You continue on. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
You continue on, Ironveer. And the rest of you following behind. And... let's see... You eventually, after not going too far down, you feel this pull towards one of the doors. across the walkway and you walk towards it. And you are now faced with this large, intricately carved stone door. And as you're walking, you all also hear the sound of like shifting stone. Like and it's just almost constant. But you get to this door and you feel a pull coming from it.
Do we all feel this?
Nope, because he's the navigator. None of you are willing this. You're just following Ironveer blindly.
Just making
As
sure.
always.
I got us here.
Mhm.
Just go towards it then.
Mm-hmm. And do you open?
What?
Do you go in?
Yes.
Above it,
Maybe.
those of you who know Dwarvish and don't have a shit tier passive perception.
Is 11 okay?
You don't see it. I don't.
13?
13 and above.
Hey,
And Judah has like 16 or something ridiculous.
82.
But you see above the door one of the inscriptions you've seen before. And it is, "The past is a crystal, for it can be seen from many facets, yet it always remains the same." And as you open the doors and walk in, you see standing within the room a stone giant. I actually have something for you guys again.
Ooh.
A stone giant adorned in red and beige flowing robes. And let's see here. You see that this room contains crystal of many colors, and he appears to be moving tablets around and inscribing on tablets. And you see like little Galebdur, like a couple of Galebdur push past you from behind, like little rock turtles, and they start waddling over with like tablets and handing it over to him, and he's like inscribing stuff on them and placing it down onto the various niches in the room and things like that.
I think they might be the librarians.
And like as he's placing tablets into the walls, you see the walls start to expand and grow. Yeah, he's about 20 foot tall.
Damn.
Does anybody speak stone giant?
I'm sure if we just say hi, they'll understand. Hello!
You call out.
I call
Like
it.
he's inscribing, you know, he's really concentrating on these tablets. And like he stops. And turns his head to the right to face you. And he kind of like squints for a moment and like bends down a bit for like just bends down a tiny bit as he's like concentrating and focusing on you, and he says, "Oh, hello there."
Hello. We are looking for the librarians?
He says, "Yes, I am one of the. Name is Ulthar, and I am the keeper of the past. Pleasure to meet you."
Do you know who you are, Othar?
He sets his tablet down and puts his finger on his lips, on his right hand, and he's tapping them He says, "Nope, can't say I do. Who are you?"
We are a group on a mission to find information about the demon uprising in Underdark from King Brenner.
He says, "King Brenner. That wouldn't happen to be the dwarven fellow who took back Gauntlgrim, would it?"
Yes, the very same.
Ah,
Spot on.
yes. Must say I'm a fan. He says, "And, I have no knowledge of you, I'm afraid. Any of you, it appears. Where do you hail from? Clearly not the Underdark, or I'd know all about you."
From the land above.
Yeah.
Says, "Oh, you're from the Dreamland, I see." He says,
Well, we just call it the, you know, the land.
What was it? Torre? What was Tol? Tell? what did you say?
the surface,
Ariel?
the planet
Ariel.
is Toriel, but the continent is Faerun, and
Faerun, yeah. that
because
was
it's
it,
kind of like Middle Ages and basically you don't have like satellite and stuff, Faerun to you guys is like the world essentially. But metagaming wise, Faerun is like the Eurasian continent on the planet of Toriel, but you guys probably don't know that, besides perhaps Angrod. And he says,
Yeah, I'll say
he
that.
says, you are merely dreams, but I believe dreams have wisdom to share. So please tell me, in your excursions in the Underdark, have you come across anything interesting that might prove useful to us librarians?
Wait, what do you mean dreams? In the dreamland and
He said, "Well, you're not from the real
When-
world, you're just from the dreamscape. Or I would
no.
know all about all of you."
I see. You have knowledge, but only of the Underdark, and only of things that begin in the Underdark.
Underdark? Is that what you call the material world?
Yes.
No,
Sure.
we're from the material world.
No, we're not. We're from the Dreamscape. It's fine.
So I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge of the dreamscape, but like I said, I enjoy speaking to people.
We are not from the dreamscape. Do not listen to the fuckwit dwarf.
He says, "It's okay. I believe dreams have a lot of knowledge to share, and I
Yes,
have
we
spoken
do.
to many a creature from the dreamscape, and they have shared valuable wisdom, which we have archived."
Why do you think we're for the dreamscape?
Why, you're not?
Because he hasn't
you're
heard
not
of
from
us.
the real world.
We are.
We're from the material
He
plane.
doesn't know
Hang
that.
on. Right, everyone.
I do not wish to hurt your feelings if you have any.
And likewise, I think the issue is that for whatever reason, your knowledge does not leave the Underdark.
I think
So
you're thinking wrong.
I think he said he's the librarian of the past.
I ask the librarian,
Mhm.
how many more are there of you?
Oh, there's well, depends what you mean by you. I am a stone giant. There are many of us in the Underdark, and I archive the past experiences of the stone giants within the Underdark.
So, you know what the Underdark is? What do you call
The surface world.
the surface?
Surface?
Not
Surface
Underdark.
of what?
Oh my god. Are stone giants
They're stone giants.
stupid? Is there can I like insight to see if this guy's a fucking half
You
retard?
can. Sure. Sure.
Who's the librarian now?
Ah,
He seems to genuinely think you're dreams and you're not real.
I asked
Okay.
the librarian,
Mhm.
does your people's knowledge have any of the demon lords that come from the nightmares below?
He
Nightmare.
says the demon lords. The demon lords. And he stops himself and he says, "Why do you ask, little dream?"
We have,
I thought we told you
haven't-
this.
we have been tasked
Mission from Brenner.
with stopping these demon lords
Mm-hmm.
and sending them back to from whence they came.
I see. And have you encountered such a thing in the world?
Yes. A couple.
Please, tell me. And he picks up his tablet. It's like, tell me, please. I must know. I have been hearing from our scouts about terrible happenings, and they may be related.
We are here to get information for the library, not to give information to the library.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
He is detailing the past. We need to give him what he wants to know.
Surely the demon resurgence was in the past.
Well, past and present. You should tell him.
It's, every word you say is the past.
I hate
Yes.
this fucking place.
Just tell him what we know about the demon.
Aravir, go over there. Let us talk.
Let them in.
Elhorn, tell the librarian of your contact and battles with the demon lord.
Oh. For
Yeah,
sure.
he's got a stone tablet and his inscribing tool ready, and he's like listening. He's like, "Please, tell me everything. I have to document this. This affects all of us and all of the stone giant race. This will affect everyone in this world."
Where should I begin?
Okay, so you're gonna tell him, and what are the rest of you doing here?
Yeah, from
do
the
you
prison.
tell him everything? Like, do you leave anything out?
Well,
Is-
he only asked about the demon lords, so I only tell him when we met demon
Okay.
lords.
Yeah, that's fine. And like, what are the rest of you doing while he's doing that? Are you waiting on him, or are you like?
I listen because I don't know anything of their encounter with the demon lords.
So
point.
for Nihal and also metagame Jidda, could you quickly give a summary of your encounters with demon lords?
Ooh, I don't have notes of it. Okay. So first of all,
Mhm.
metal game wise, we start out in a prison.
All right. The okay, so the rocks are lesser demons. They're not demon lords.
Alright, okay.
Before you go
Well,
there.
that's just every demon
But rocks
encounter.
are a sign of demon presence, but they aren't demon lords. You have so
Then the
far
first
you have
one-
met two.
One or two.
Well,
Demogorgon, Zugutmoy, and was it the third one?
you've met.
Law?
You've technically
No, not Law.
met. You've met. You've
Zugamoy.
met 3, and you've heard of another as well. You've heard of a few actually,
Yeah.
but go on, continue. Your first encounter with a
So-
demon lord.
The,
Abridged.
the first one, quote unquote, which might not be the first one, but the first one I can remember, Zugamoy.
Oh,
Who- Yeah. Who basically turned corpses into slaves. that helped to create some kind of wedding that actually
The demon lord.
could have
of
summoned
decay.
something bad.
She was the
So-
demon lord of decay, and then the deep father. Well, Angra didn't have any part of that, but
But Frank,
These
Frank
fools.
suffered.
These
Shut
fools.
the fuck up. I know Elhorn's fucking it up, but it's up to Elhorn to fuck it up. So keep going, Elhorn.
Fuck.
Angor, you're listening intently, and you can learn from this.
I can learn the lies.
Too bad Frank died. Anyways.
Aaron's
Continue,
here.
Elhorn. Abridged, please.
You told me to leave, man. I walked away.
I said just not talk for a bit.
Arenvir left in a strop, it seems. But, Ulfar appears enthralled in your story so far. Continue. He's like, yes. He's
Can
like,
I
yes,
do
yes. He's like, so good moi, yes, yes. And he's writing it down. He's like,
Can I do an intelligence check to see how much I remember?
should have notes, mate. Should have
Huh?
notes.
Do you have some notes?
You remember... You remember your first encounter with a demon lord was at Slubladop. And it was when...
Which was?
It was when like a... It was like a 15-foot tall demon
The
lord
deep
came in
father.
and... With 2 baboon heads and like a snake-ape hybrid body and just like wrecked the places you guys left on the Dark Lake. Secondly, you guys got to... You finally got Stool to his hometown of Neverlight Grove, and appeared that there was some strange happenings going on.
That was Zugamoy.
That was
And then
Zugamoy.
there's also... I wanna
You were-
say...
Make a intelligence check just to see if you remember this, because this is actually a bit of a wee bit of spicy info that I gave you, and you obviously never took note of. So, go.
I remember Yunogu.
Oh,
But I don't
yeah,
know.
that's. I wasn't talking about him, but sure, you can remember that.
He's a demon lord.
Mhm.
But I don't know actually if he just popped up or he just actually
You probably
met.
don't know anything about him, but you know the name. We'll say that.
Yay!
No.
Oh,
You're like, I don't remember anything, but
demon lords? What are you talking about?
Aravir, come back. Elhorn's just stupid.
Oi.
For
I
a
went to
bard, he
college
can't
for this.
remember stories to save himself.
Shit.
Give us a hand.
Does Ironbeer come back, or are you just like, no?
Yes.
Ironbeer comes back. Do you give the because Elhorn's fucking up clearly? Do you give the details?
Yes.
What demon lords do you tell him about? Give me the names, and I'll
Uh,
just fill in the blanks.
Demogorgon. Zugant Boy. One sec. Fuck.
Look through your little fucking paper notebook, mate.
This was a good idea at the time.
He's flipping through it, I can hear it.
This is why you use OneNote. Sponsored by OneNote,
Well,
by the way.
using it now.
Expect to have fucking like.
Make an intelligence check, and I'll tell you if you remember.
Oh shit, the only 2 guys were there, I don't fucking remember. Oh, thank fuck.
Oh yes, tell him everything.
I remember.
You remember? You remember when you met Glabagul? He mentioned a demon lord called
Aye.
Dreeblex, who is the god of
Oh,
slime and destruction, essentially. It's like an unthinking god who just destroys.
Wait, what's his name?
Jubilex. I've got that right.
The Lord of Oozes.
Yeah.
The faceless god. I didn't think that was important, but I have
Yep.
that note.
That's a demon lord. And Yinogu, who the gnolls seem to scream about all the time. But I think that...
Oh,
and,
yes, yeah.
Lolth? You've met a bunch of drow, so you know
Uh-huh.
about Lolth.
The Queen of Spiders.
You know about Lolth. And you detail out this, and I don't think you've met any others. Gratz.
Nah.
But you don't know,
Gratz.
like, he was an echo, so you know, when you mention Gratz, he doesn't seem interested. He doesn't seem too bothered by that. Like you, because when you mention him, you don't have a story. You're just like, oh, I just bumped into him at the library just now. So he's like,
Just
whatever.
casually.
But you gave like the info on everyone, and he jots it down, and he's like, oh wow. He's like, thank you. My scouts have been reporting very strange happenings, and I believe the demons and the demon lords have. They are responsible for this. And he like puts his finishes up on his tablet and puts it away into the niche in the wall, and the wall grows. He says, "You have my thanks."
Like, was it grown?
The walls extend.
Ah, okay, grow. Right, sorry, I wasn't sure if it was grown
Oh
or
yeah,
grow.
they grow.
So is there any use in this library for us?
He says,
We
He
On
said-
can.
the resurgence?
perhaps, but if it is, let me check something. He says, here in these archives of the past, we have information on the many settlements in the Underdark. If you wish to study them, although there is a lot of information here, if you're looking for something specific, I suggest you speak to. And he pauses for a sec. You speak to Urmas, one of the other librarians. He possesses. Wait. Yeah. He possesses crystals which will give you the ability to find what you seek within the library.
Ah, that would be handy. Where can we find him?
Urmas is the keeper of the present, and he occupies the lower depths of the library. I and Ustova, we occupy the more upper areas. Ustova above me.
The names.
And Ustova is future.
Yes, Ustova is a seer. She is the keeper of the future.
Use one though. You have a working computer now.
Mm,
That wasn't me. Flipping. I don't know who that was.
It
Right,
says,
let's go see.
do not mind
sorry.
Urmas's manners. He does not see the wisdom I do in people from the dreamscape. Have patience, and all will be revealed. I thank you for the information, and I will relay this to the others. And he turns and starts like, he crouches down on one knee and starts like talking to the Galebdur that are in his archive.
Excuse me, librarian.
And he turns his head and peers at you over his shoulder. He says, "Yes, little one."
Do you have any knowledge on Gracklester?
He says,
I can't pronounce it.
He says, Gracklester. Yes, I believe I do. And he says, what knowledge on Gracklester do you wish to have?
Hello.
A lot of it.
He says, you're welcome to peruse the archives here and have a look into the past of Gracklester if you like.
I would appreciate that deeply.
Okay. And he welcomes you to have a look around. And you want to have a look? Sure.
I'll break away from the
Yeah,
party.
just make an investigation check. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to ask a different question. Let's say, librarian, I've been searching Underdark for
Ulthar, please.
Wait. Uthar, sorry. I've been searching Underdark for a long time in search of my son. His name is Kriv Fireforge. He is not of the Underdark originally, but adventured down there for his own reasons.
Hmm.
I fear he may be dead, but I will not stop searching.
He says, a lost one. He says, the answers you seek lie before Urmas, the keeper of the
Trevor,
presence.
can you hear?
Yeah, I'm
No,
back there.
Travis not. Oh, okay.
Jabba?
Yeah, you went like robotic and I just got disconnected.
Oh.
So I missed
I
this
don't
part when
understand
Andrew
what you
went
mean.
like, hey,
Yeah.
Alright, Andrew's hanging about whilst the rest of you do something else, and Bosner asks a question about his son, and Ulthar says to you, you seek out Urmas, he will give you the crystal of present vision, and he will explain more in depth what these crystals do, but this is the key to finding what you seek.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
He says, farewell, and please feel free to seek me out if you need to. The library will guide you to me if you will it so. And he turns back to his Galaddur, and Angrod, you wish to have a look around whilst everyone else is doing their jam, and that's a good roll.
Yeah.
What's the rest of you doing?
Going to find Urmas.
Well, you've already fulfilled the thing you were looking for, so I need someone else to make a wisdom check and to like spearhead the navigation.
Let's go.
If this is what you're looking for,
God.
Oh!
Elhorn, as soon as you walk out the door, you don't feel anything. Like, you don't feel the pull. Like, you've generally felt the pull of the library as you were following Ironveer, but as soon as you walk out, you don't feel anything.
I even
You
lost
just
myself.
feel like, holy shit, how are we gonna find this guy? Like, I have no idea where he is.
So many levels.
So yeah, what you all doing?
I think it's this way, guys.
Elhorn walks. You guys, you don't know he's not feeling anything, so he fucked up. Meanwhile, Angrod, you find some stuff. Let me tell you what you find. I believe I have it here. In me notes, Kragglesta. Okay, so here's what you find out from the past. You find out whilst the rest of the party are lost.
What? Oh, we're following fucking Elhorn now, okay.
The city is located 5 miles beneath the Evermoors. Kragglesta is Kragglesta is located about 100 miles away from Menzoberranzan, across the Dark Lake and beyond. You also find out you can get into Kragglesta via the surface through the Sword Mountains. There's tunnels there. And you find out Kragglesta was a cavern city and a subterranean port. It had smelters and foundries mingling among stalagmites. The air smells, or used to smell at least, this is the past, so acrid and filled with industrial sounds, fire, steam, iron ring, and it's a forging city, clearly. Also, looking deep into like the history of Kragglesta, you find out about the Duergar, funnily enough, and you find out that the Duergar were once surface dwarfs who were mind controlled by mind flayers and caused them to get greedy and dig ever further deeper and deeper until they reached the Underdark, and basically the Mind Flayers took over their minds and made them mad and evil and wicked. And that is the kind of reason that they're arseholes and like they enslave other races and things like that. Oh, one sec.
Some cheese toast, bitch. Oh, cheers. Need to keep your strength up for all this shit.
Hi. I am back. Anyways, boop. You also find out, you know when it was founded. I won't bore you with the numbers. I've got the numbers and stuff here. But basically, there was a king called Horgar Steelshadow II, who united the Duergar clans around Kragglestad, creating the Deep Kingdom, is what he called it. Over the past few centuries after that, he narrowed his reach into the city itself and around the environment, and there was some wars against Quaggoths in negative 1803 for like hundreds of years. You find out that Horgar Steelshadow had many heirs, and currently, I guess you don't know currently, but the last known record of who ruled was someone called Horgar Steelshadow IV. And he apparently is a well-revered king of the Duergar in that city. And you know that the city is mainly home to the Duergar, but they've got a decent minority of Darrow who live there, basically as slaves. You've got sometimes orcs trade with them. You've got goblins who are slaves. Shield dwarves are slaves. Dwarves in general. They like dwarves as slaves because they're good forgers and help them with the forging of their weapons and armor to sell off. Orcs, deep gnomes, and humans are their main slaves as well. Also many merchants who travel in and out, and the government, as well as the king, who you know as Horgar. There is different factions, different clans. The Lord called them lairds, and the city's basically shared between these great clans. There's a clan of stone giants, for example. There's a merchant council. There's the Council of Savants, Clan Cairngorm, and the Council of Lairds. But for now, that's all you really find, we'll say. You also find there's obviously different districts and things, but nothing else of super importance. Meanwhile, the rest of you are lost, and you realise that Elhorn's just walking around in almost circles. Like he goes down a level, walks over the walkway, and then walks back up, and you're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Elhorn, where are we going?
Somewhere. I'm following my guts.
Ah, fuck.
I'm following my gun.
Maybe somebody else should navigate for a while.
Well, at this point, let me just see something actually. So you make yeah, you've been lost for some time, so any of you, bar Elhorn, can make the wisdom check.
Shotgun. I want to find the presents librarian.
Orma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
he's to the door on the left.
she operates in front of me. Oh fuck! There you are.
Yeah, sure. You begin walking with a purpose. You're like something. You just like stand like you're like Elhorn, where the fuck? And Elhorn's like, and then you just like stand there for a minute. You close your eyes, like rubbing your chin, and you think really hard, and you will yourself to like over. And then all of a sudden, some something goes off in your mind, and you feel like you know where he is, and you begin darting down the stairway, down and down and down. As is always, you guys probably suspected that Elhorn was lost when he started going upwards, because Ulfar told you that Urmas is down below. So there's that.
Obviously, stupid.
Wow. But as you start traveling down and with a purpose, you see a stone giant just walking the halls, and you start to pass him, like as you're passing down the spirally staircase. Excuse me. And he's about 15 foot tall, with robes wrapped around his waist, draped in coloured green and red, with a circle on his head, and tribal pattern tattoos snaking from his right pectoral down his right arm. And he kind of glances at you all as you begin walking closer.
Do I sense that it's him?
You're not sure.
If only there was a way to find that.
If only there was a way. Shall I roll another wisdom check? Haha.
Why don't you just ask him?
Yeah, that was what I was going to do.
Let the man roll.
I think you should ask him before he's too far gone.
Might as well.
He walks towards you.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
I stop and look at him up and like clear my head back.
Yep.
Like, hello?
He says,
Are you the keeper of the presents?
Says, keeper.
Is that the wrong word?
He says, well, I should probably put something else. Like, keeper, I don't keep the present. I don't keep much. It says, and who might you all be in these halls?
We are humble adventurers. We are looking for information and knowledge on various topics.
Aren't we all?
We have shared our knowledge of the demon uprising.
He says, tell me this.
Yes.
Do you believe in the wisdom bestowed upon oneself from dreams? Some say you gain the ability of foresight through merely letting your consciousness wander as your material self stays put. What do you think?
I believe that dreams can bring clarity, but not foresight. They may help reframe how we see something.
And does this
a new perspective.
Does this fine dwarven fellow speak for you all? What say you? Do you believe in the divine nature of dreams?
I'm sure I'm not clarion, so I guess that works.
I do believe in the divine nature of dreams.
Yes. It is an important philosophical question we must all ask ourselves. And he kind of looks down in deep thought, and he looks up at you after a moment and says, my name's Hagram. Stone Speaker Hagram. I hail from Krakelsta.
Good to meet you, Hagram.
Where do you all hail from? I have not seen creatures such as yourself in a long time.
We are from the land of dreams, or so we are told. Although we feel like we're pretty real.
From the surface.
Yes, the surface world, yes.
The surface.
Outside the Underdark.
I cannot say I have ever been to the surface.
You know, it's called the Underdark because it's underneath The surface, yes.
He says, yes, I believe so. I've just never left this realm.
Fair enough. One of your colleagues insisted on calling us dreams.
He says, my colleagues. He says, have you met another stone speaker?
So my apologies, another librarian.
Um,
Are you not a librarian? Are
I
you
am no
Mr.
librarian, my friend.
Ah, well, my mistake.
Do you know why the librarian thinks we're dreams?
Why? I do not know the ways of the librarian. I am here merely to seek the future of Kragosta. I hope it is prosperous.
Oh,
He says, I fear
okay.
for the Duergar people and the people of Kragosta. I fear it is in decline.
You did say this guy's a 15-foot giant, eh? What,
He's a bit.
why do you care about the?
He's smaller than the other one you met.
Right. Why do you care about the Duergar?
This is why I serve the king, and the king has been just thus far, and the people have been, although some of them corrupt, they have been trying their best to make what life they can in this world. He says it has not been long since Kragosta has been erected, and I just wish to see its future, and I hope it is a good one.
Well,
Good luck with that.
He says, farewell, I hope you find what you seek,
These are not the joys you can.
and if we are to run into each other again, I will remember you. And he gives you a wave and starts walking.
Right, I think.
Farewell, bye. Right, okay. So, where's Mahid taking me now?
Downwards.
Okay, I go down the stairs.
Keep going down. Eventually you come to a door. Above is an inscription. For those of who speak Dwarvish and Giant, the present is like the sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp without mercy or respite. Posner is taking
I
you to
translate
this
it for him.
door. And he's read you the inscription. Spooky. Did you go in?
Yes.
Bosnia.
Yeah, sure. Think so.
You're driving now?
I'm driving. Oh, great. Yeah, we go in. I knock on the door first. Be polite.
Knock knock.
And just go in. Yeah.
Begin to walk in.
What was the guy's name again? Orthos?
Urma?
Urma.
Fuck, I'm really bad with names. Honestly, it's like
If only
fucking
you had
like sand out my
a
hands.
program which handled notes for you. Sponsored by OneNote, by the way. Just saying.
What the fuck? Are you on commission? She would put like fucking.
Are you working for Microsoft all of a sudden?
It doesn't help with spelling either.
Yeah, it does.
/ Jupiter's cock for a free 10%.
Words fall from mouth like shit from ass.
It's for fucking free programs, is it not?
Anyway,
10% more
I'm just
transfer.
really happy with it because it's helped me organize my notes. Instead of having a massive ass Word document with like a million pages and like 5,000 words.
The fucking God. Okay, fair enough. You know, use Google Docs. You can do kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't trust Google Docs, mate.
What, they're gonna look at your D&D campaign?
I mean, for losing my shit.
Oh, they lost your shit?
Mm-hmm. When I was in
Oh.
uni. Anyway.
Oh, really? Wow.
Remind me not to use Google Docs.
I use it all the time. But yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you push the door open. You see, again, pushing past you is Galibdur, like 3 of them. They just barge past and they're all holding tablets. And not only that, you see these. You also see these carrion crawlers in this area, and he seems to be this. There's a stone giant. Again, he's about 20 foot tall. Excuse me. He is about 20 foot tall, and you must know he is the one on the right on your pictures that you're looking at.
Okay.
And he looks fucking busy, dude. He is like, he's got these cylinders that he's inscribing around, and he's constantly inscribing and handing it off to another creature, either a Galibdur or whatever's around, and he's just like grabbing another one off another and scribing really quickly, and he looks almost frantic as he's doing this.
Hello?
Hello?
I mean, if you say it like that, he's just like ignoring you and scraping away.
Okay.
Demon Lords.
Demon Lords, no. You bloody
Did you
idiot.
just say that?
God damn, you crit fucking 0 on his wisdom.
Okay, you just shout out Demon Lords, and he looks up at
No, you
you,
don't.
and he stops inscribing. He says, "What?"
Hello, what's your name?
There's-
Kind sir.
He says, "I'm busy."
Are
He says,
you
"What?"
the
He says, "What are
librarian?
you saying about Demon Lords?"
You're... Fuck.
That depends on who you are.
He says, "I'm Urmas."
Ah, just what we are looking for, eh?
I'm staring daggers at you, you fuck.
He says, "Look, you appear to be from the dreamscape. Tell me what you know."
We have already shared with your colleague the information about the Demon Lords.
He says, "I need to know what's happening
want
now.
what you
What's
know."
happening right now?"
We're looking for the source of the resurgence of the Demon Lords. That's why we're here.
Okay. It says, by this point, Angrod, you're kind of like finishing up your research a wee bit. It didn't take you much. It didn't take you long, really. But the rest of
Oh, well, first
yeah, the rest of you, as you ask, he's like, "Look, my messengers, they've been telling me of increasing disturbances occurring right now in the world." He says, "I need to know what's going on out there. Do you know?"
Well, we came here to find answers.
He says, "Answers? Answers to what?"
To...
Demon Lord Rising.
Yes, to why the Demon Lords are attacking now. To what is enabling them to attack. And how to stop them.
He says, "Well, Demon Lords." He says, demons. He says, "I have had increasing reports of demon activity from my messengers all over. It's affecting our people. It's affecting the stone giants. I fear grave danger ahead."
Will you help us to stop the demons?
We were told by your colleague that we could see what was happening here.
And like you see like various Galabdur like sort of like tapping at him with his legs with the cylinders, and he's looking down and he's just like grabbing it and shooing them away and stuff, and he's picking it up and looking and reading these cylinders, and he says, I am extremely busy right now, and my patience wears thin. What I can do for you? If you give me answers regarding the demon lords, I will give you one of my stone speaker crystals. And you can see for yourself among the archives of the library. I do not have the time nor patience to walk you through everything.
Okay.
What questions do you want to ask?
Says, tell me about your latest encounter with any demons.
I relay what I relayed to the other one.
Everything.
Well, no, just the demon lord parts.
Angrod, at this point you've come out, probably seeking everything you were looking to see, or that you could see at least in about Kragglestad's history. Anything you're doing right now?
I want to seek the librarian of the future.
Alright, make a wisdom.
Is that the future?
Yeah, make a wisdom check. Meanwhile, back at Urmas.
Hey, not bad.
Pretty good. He pulls out, you see he's got this big niche high up, pretty high up in the, you know, he's 20 foot, so pretty high up in the wall, and he pulls out a violet, almost translucent crystal. It's fairly large, although it looks dwarfed in his hand, and he hands it down to you after you've detailed everything. He says, this gives you the ability to peer through the veils of time and receive visions of the past, present, and future, but only while you remain here in Gravenhollow. Once you've attuned to this crystal, you can peer into the past, present, future, but you must will a question upon it, and that question will be answered if it can be answered. You can only do this once a day. It takes time to recharge. And hands it over to you. Who takes it?
I'll take it now.
You take it. Got a handout for you.
What question should we ask it? Since we can only use it once a day.
So he sees past, present, and future. Do you see?
He says, and he, like, as he passes off, he says, you cannot be too vague with your questions. The more specific, the more clear your visions, and do not get lost in your visions either, or I fear it will be perilous.
How many visions will this give us?
It will provide you with visions as long as you have the sufficient questions for it. As long as you remain here in this library. He says, I suggest, what is it you seek exactly?
I seek my son.
He says, well,
he is lost.
Priorities.
Aye, but that's why I took the fucking thing.
Well, you can have it for your thing.
You
Our
acolyte.
thing. As in, no, I mean like for fucking saving the fucking.
Yeah, fuck that.
Alright, shady boy.
we need to know what the fucking demon lords are up to. That's the question we need to ask.
Okay, I know the first question.
What is the first question?
You're in the just
That's a
to
good
be clear, you're in the archive of the present. An archive of the present of many. You guys have obviously passed many different archives, each of them, you know, past, present, future, and it depends which one you're in.
Alright, okay. So, maybe we ask what the demon lords are doing right now?
Why would they help us? What if they just chill
because if we know, I suppose, but if we know where they are and what they're doing, then
Then do you just want to like roll up and get them yourself?
well, what's your plan?
My plan is
Instead
to
of just
find out,
shoot 'em in.
to grab my sword. Nah. Is to find out how they got to the Underdark in the first place. From the Abyss.
So we need to go.
I suppose there was some kind of portal. And I guess it didn't just fucking open itself.
So alright, so we're looking for the cause, the resurgence, like I've been saying.
Yeah. Except you weren't asking that question.
Well, no, because we're in the fucking archive of the present. We need to go to the archive of the past, I think. Is that how it works?
No, because the present guy didn't know anything about us. Or the
But the
demon.
past guy didn't know anything about us either.
Hmm.
And he's
So
the
if-
keeper of the past.
Jordan, define present.
We had to lecture him about the fucking demon lords.
So if we want to ask a question that's going to require us looking into the past, do we need to be in an archive of the past,
Can we ask him this?
or can we just ask it here?
Wait, do you ask the giant?
Yes.
Urma's clearly busy. He tells you, yes. In order to ask of something which has already happened, you must ask in the an archive of the past, and the same goes for each other archive. And you must be rather specific, or you may gain a vague vision.
Right. So
Yay.
to the party, we go to the archive. We go to an archive of the past.
And you can see he's got more
And
of these
we-
crystals up in that thing, by the way.
Can I use it just now?
It's once a day.
You have to attune
Oh,
to it,
what's
which
the-
is a
yeah.
short rest, which is like an hour to attune.
Can I use it just now?
No.
Oh,
So we need to go in an archive of the past, and we need to ask what caused the resurgence, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's do that. Is that the question we should be asking? Or does
Well-
anybody have like a more specific wording?
what was the name? Zigamat, Zigamat or something like
One of them was Zugat my eye.
that. Yeah, I
Zig-
think we should ask where or how did Zugamat come into the Underdark?
Well, I think it would be better to ask about them all, though.
Yeah, but you can. I think we might have time here to wait a few days and ask on it. Like the first one should be specific.
So, how did Zugatmoy get to the Underdark?
Yeah. What kind of check is it? Do we know? Does it just work? Just wisdom or intelligence or something like that check?
You don't know.
We don't
You
know.
need to attune to it
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
We need to go
There
in an
needs to be
archive of the
one
past.
person, like
Somebody
one
needs
person
to
can wield it. One person.
attune to it, and then we need to ask the question.
Oh, 220 if you don't want to.
I was.
Not you.
I'll-
You're just looking for your fucking son.
Yeah, I'm just looking for my son. How dare I?
At this moment in time, yes. How dare you? What happened to the needs of the many, motherfucker?
It's different with your own child.
Well, maybe he's already dead.
Yeah,
I know that
positive
nobody wants
thinking.
to say that, but
Well, fuck you very much.
sorry. You need to try and save people.
We can do both.
Are you
We
saying
can-
dwarves
we
are
can
not
You
do
can look for your son tomorrow, but for now, we need answers.
Fine.
Let's go to an archive of the past.
Lego?
Who's leading it?
Oh,
Uh-oh, I heard a roll. Uh-oh. Nihal, you walk out and you're like, I'm not really feeling it.
well, we can go up. Was up before.
Or you can just like search around, but it's difficult. Some of the doors don't have inscriptions above them, so you don't even know. But I'll say for the sake of this, someone else can make one. I'll say who made the last one.
I did.
I did.
Okay.
Oh
So
no.
Ironbeard, you can make one.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Meanwhile,
I did good.
just in closing, yeah.
That's
So
good.
Ironbeard, just in closing, I want this to just happen quickly. So basically, it doesn't take you long, Angrod, too long. You manage to will yourself to find where the final librarian is. You come to a door, and you feel the pull from the library of this door. And as you open it, what you see is a room which features a collection of musical instruments and what looks like divination tools such as crystal orbs, bags of bones, and you see a large mithril basin in the center, and sort of cross-legged is the 20-foot stone giant on the other side. You find them.
I make my presence known. I say, I hail the librarian.
I guess that's where we'll end it.
Cool.
That's where we'll finish up.
Fucking knackered.